Oh,
Hi.
okay, that did it.
Are we back?
Figured it out.
What was it?
It might for some. Well, I updated OBS the other day, and I think that changed my properties for which device was in the comms. So that's why. But I hadn't been able to test it out. But here we
She
go.
also told me the other day that she updated Foxit Reader, if anyone uses that for their PDFs, and apparently now it's premium, and they want to give you a 14-day free trial instead of just it being free. So
Don't
update
update
your
it.
Foxit. Anyway.
I'm going to expose what it was like to be an elder millennial in the early days of the internet, because my initial reaction will forever be, just turn the date on your computer back. It'll be fine. Wait, no, that doesn't work anymore.
Oh my God.
The number of years I used Photoshop free trial just by like turning the computers, because it would just go based on what your computer's was set to. Yeah, now it checks things via the internet, and you can't cheat like that anymore.
I'm quiet compared to the others. Has it done that thing again where it's...
You sound fine to
voice-gating
me.
You sound okay to me.
Yeah, you're fine on my end.
Yeah. Liberated Photoshop,
Yeah, I'm at
exactly.
100%.
Normal for rain.
Hmm.
Everybody say a sentence, even if it's just a sentence I just said.
Everybody say a sentence, even if it's just the sentence I just said.
I was going to try and say it backwards, but I don't have the mental capacity for that.
Nope.
Tom doesn't have the mental capacity to say it backwards.
Grapefruit and lemon hand sanitizer spray.
Hashtag ad.
It feels a bit sponsored, yeah. All right, well let's play some D&D.
If you only ever knew hand sanitizer.
Say the first thing that pops into your head.
Okay, oh mate, listen, don't worry, I'll get loud. I promise, I'll get loud. It won't be a problem. I'll be loud.
No.
This is a first for everybody. Okay, anyway, we're gonna play some D&D. And last time we played D&D, all sorts of craziness happened. But if you are familiar with our games, you will know that we like to start off with a little prompt before our games start, so that our players can get back into their characters a little bit, and as time goes on, we can learn a little bit more about them. The prompt that we're using today is a little bit vanilla, but I think it's a nice one because we got the changing of the seasons here. What is your character's favourite season and why? So I want to hear a little bit about it. I want to hear maybe a memory that ties them to a particular season and why it's poignant for them. And if you can't think of anything good, then that's fine. We'll just get to play more D&D and less talking about our characters and more being our characters. In our last session, our players, who are currently in a temple, a kind of hall underneath the water at the Court of the Maelstrom, a place that is betwixt the Feywild and the elemental plane of water. They are rooting around in this hall, this temple below the Court of the Maelstrom, the settlement of amphibian and aquan creatures, looking for a particular artifact, something called the Rod of the Myrmidon, and we're doing so at the request of Crinea, the Archfey of the Maelstrom. As we've been poking around here, we found all sorts of goodies, including some big old bowls full of white fluid that have imbued our
Milky
characters.
white fluid.
White fluid, yeah. Has imbued our characters with the ability to breathe underwater for about 24 hours, which is great because otherwise being underwater is a rough time for people who can't naturally breathe underwater. Last session, after dealing with a cannon that was piloted by some squids that were piloting skeletons, because that was a whole thing, our players bumped into a statue that was that had engraved upon it some riddles. After a bit of head scratching, our players managed to solve the riddles nice and easy. Actually, it was way too easy. I should have made them harder. And as a result, from this fountain where the riddles were engraved, water was frozen in this fountain, and a blade was stuck into the water. As they resolved the riddles, 2 diamond eyes and the dolphins either side of the fountain lit up, and the water thawed out, and a scimitar, burning, was pulled from the fountain. The treasure was doled out after it was identified as a flame tongue, and it seems a lot like Oro's going to keep a hold of that. I can't remember, did our characters decide to take the diamonds from the statues, or did you...
No, I don't think we did.
I think you were cautious.
I think we wanted to, but there was something about possibly the structural integrity.
No, I think I did a religion check. And
Yes.
and was like, ooh, I feel like I remember, yeah, see, 13 religion check. Yeah.
Oh no, I think that religion check was for that statue that you're stood next to there.
Oh, JK. Never mind.
I feel like it was something like, oh, they're not gonna like if you take this diamond.
I think it
or
was an
something
Arcana
like that.
check, maybe, that you did.
Something.
It was something. It was something.
Oh,
We did a
bad vibes.
ponder, and I did a check and
Yeah.
got bad vibes.
Yeah, you got bad vibes. Yeah, you got some bad vibes. Oh no, actually no, you did. You identified that there was it was trapped. I remember now. You identified it was trapped, but you didn't feel like you wanted to tango with that in your current state, since you're in a dungeon, you're poking around other stuff. You don't want to burn health on a trap if unnecessary.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, you continued down this corridor and opened one of the few doors between you, and a bunch of piranhas broke through, swam between you. You continued onwards and found a very foreboding-looking statue, arms kind of a fist clenched in one hand, and Haiku recognized that there were joints in the fingers and in the elbow. After doing a little bit of work with, I think, Oro, the both of you put your heads together, you realized that you could manipulate the arms to go into a slightly more forgiving state. When they were in a forgiving state, the secret door there revealed itself. Behind the secret door, you found Ktoop, a little grung that was trapped here in a small dungeon behind the statue. Ktoop was initially unconscious and woken up by our party members. I believe you guys healed them a little bit. Use maybe a little bit of a heal in the chat there, maybe not.
I think it's... I feel like I did.
I felt like you did as well, but I'm not seeing one.
Didn't
did
they
you
have
use
like
Revivify?
a bit of a
Wasn't that right?
dodgy leg or something that we helped them with?
I'm pretty sure that. So they have a walking stick, which seems to be very finely crafted, imbued with some runes. But I don't believe anyone. It's been a long ass time.
Yeah.
51 months. Holy shit! What a streak as well. Wow.
Wow.
But yeah, so you found Ktoop, who is a little frog, a little grung, who speaks a little bit like Yoda, and said to you that once they arrived, they were ambushed with their party near the entrance by some fish people, and they were separated from their party. They talked a little bit about someone called Slid, briefly.
Yeah.
You didn't poke around too much. You kind of decided, hey, if they're interested in getting some revenge, then they're along for the ride, and that's fine. You poked your head into the next room, and we ended our game a little bit early because in front of you was a shit ton of spooky-looking zombies in this room, in front of us was a lever, which reminded you of the levers for the door that you've seen elsewhere. And the buttload of spooky-looking aquatic zombie types who are currently unconscious or sleeping or dormant, and several of them covered in all sorts of underwater goodies as they snooze. Before we continue our game, we will do our prompts and say hi to everybody in chat that I might have talked over.
Yeah, hi.
Sorry
Hi,
if I
Sarah.
did. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Okay, so haiku. What's your character's favourite season and why?
Well, no, haiku comes from Chult. Chult? Cult? Chult.
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 Cult.
Yeah.
Schultz.
Okay. They come from a warm, humid place, almost rainforest-like. So summer is ideal for haiku. Not for like any like particular memories. It just suits, just suits a turtle better.
Sure. Sure. Okay. And as I said at the beginning, that is an acceptable answer. if you don't got nothing attached to a particular season, that's a-okay. We'll just get into our game faster.
I aim to be acceptable.
Randall, do you also aim to be acceptable?
I don't know. I'll let you be the judge. So Randall's favorite season is winter, because for the small amount of Randall lore of grew up on a farm, winter was the time that there wasn't really many jobs to do, because like there's nothing growing in the fields are all ready, can't do a huge amount, you just got your stores and you're hoping they're enough. And so that was the time where Randall actually got to spend like time with the rest of his family. So like winter with a warm fire in the dark evenings.
Oh,
Very sweet.
cute.
When we were thinking of stuff for this prompt already, I immediately thought of Randall with a book next to a fireplace, like that kind of thing. That's a nice picture. Okay, Neurally, doing a curveball. I'm going around a different way.
Whoa. At risk of sounding typical, I think
That's
for
a typical
Neurally
question. It's okay.
also would like fall the best, but I think the reason she would like it would have less to do with pumpkin flavoring and more to do with that was the time that they would descend from the mountains and move over to their forest home, because the mountains were a little too cold and sparse in the winter. And so it was the time where she got to enjoy like the last bits of summer and all the like wildflowers and forageables and stuff. But during their trip down, she got to watch things change from that like summer vibe to fall, and like the crispness in the air always smelled good and piney, and there was like leaves changing and stuff like that. And so it's just like and I feel like the movement times for them were always less structured, so it felt more just like moving about with a family.
Like a cool little holiday.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody had to
Especially
do like
from,
work and stuff. Yeah.
like the regimented lifestyle of your previous place of inhabitants. Okay, cool. And last but not least, Oro. What's Oro's favourite season?
Throughout this whole thing, I've flip-flopped between every season. I think I've landed on Oro's favourite season is summer, because that's when the circus would be the most busy, and when she would be hustling and performing and like living her best life, and everyone would be in the good vibes, and it'd be sunny out and everything would be happening. I think that would be a favourite season.
I like the idea of like after the circus ends, like late night fires with the other circus folk, chilling by, like snacking and drinking and having a good time before preparing for the next day.
And
All the leftover
fireflies.
popcorn.
Fireflies. Yeah. Lovely. What a nice, simple prompt sesh. Nice and easy.
Yeah.
Nice and easy. Okay. So, to begin our session, we have the disquieting scene in front of you. In front of you is a room with a lever, a shit ton of dormant fish zombies, and a statue. At the far end, you can see a statue of what looks like two kind of aquatic elves adorned with weaponry, as well as you see some electric eels, etc. there. One of them in the center is has an outstretched hand, nice and symmetrical in the middle of the statue, that is holding a horn. And whilst you look onto this scene, this is not super settling. You have Ktoop with you, your new grung pal, who is hobbling with their walking stick. Mostly not because they, are struggling to walk usually, but because they clearly have had seen better days. They were in that dungeon, you don't know for how long, and they, it seems they were not, best treated whilst they were in there. But as you look into the room ahead of you, you hear a rhythmic beat start to emanate. Sounds like drums.
Rhythm plus bard, good. Rhythm minus bard, bad.
From the far reaches of the cave, you hear a rhythmical dun 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 dun.
Oh, that's not ominous at all.
Yeah. Told you. Rhythm minus bard, bad.
What of our characters' initial impressions of this entire scene? We've not got a chance to get back to our character's psyche yet.
Where's the lever?
You're asking me where the lever is? It's on this little pedestal here.
Ah, okay. Right. Close, okay.
It's not the other side of the room. I think Randall's just frozen as we open the doors, and there's just all of these zombie fish things. It's just like.
But did you say they were sleeping, or are they just
dormant? Yeah, they are. Their eyes are closed. They're not paying
like
attention to you.
standing up, or are they like lying down, or?
Some of them are standing in the middle of the room. Some of them are slouched over on the floor.
Oh.
Others appear to have had like coral and vegetation grown around them whilst they are kind of embedded in the wall.
So they're not shuffling to the beat.
They're not shuffling to the beat.
Yeah.
Turn the beat around.
Boom, 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 boom.
Eternal vibes.
Eternal vibes. I think, Nerly's like, oh, we made a friend. Ktoop. Their name sounds like an acorn falling into a pond. I like it. And then the door opens, and she's like, oh.
Damn it. Aura is concerned about the horn.
Okay.
Yeah, that might be the thing that wakes everyone up.
In this whole place.
We can all
Yeah.
hear like the beat, the drum beat.
You can all hear it, yeah.
Can we feel it?
Can you feel the beat?
Drums in the deep.
Is it just this room we can hear it in, or could we have heard it in like the corridor?
It has only recently started.
Maybe see if it's magical.
You can roll me a Arcana check if you like.
I forgot the alphabet.
Oh.
28. This music does not appear to be magical. In fact, you are very confident that it is coming from a direction that is kind of like behind you to the north. Yeah, it's traveling throughout the structure.
Concerning.
I told you.
I told you.
I told you.
How mean do those sleepy zombies look?
I mean, zoom in, or I'll grab them and I'll
No,
make it
I'm definitely. Yeah, they do look pretty mean.
Mean enough.
Can I check for traps on this doorway?
Like, yeah. You can draw a perception or investigation check depending on how hands-on you want to get.
Perception. 28. Where? 2 28s.
Hey.
At this point, you have opened the door already. You kind of do a bit of a check. You can't see anything that looks concerning apart from the front of the door, as in the side that you have now pushed open. Underneath some kind of like detritus and like just some like moss and stuff, you see that there is a great big like painted X across both doors.
Always a good sign.
Okay. What? Aura says to everyone, what do we think those X's mean?
Isn't it usually X marks the spot? I mean, I've finding treasure sometimes. X is where the spot is marked.
So can you ping? I'm sorry. What doors are the X's on? Where are they?
Just the one that you've now opened and are looking through. So there's this one in front of you here.
And the X is on the
It's just
side we
one
can
X.
see.
Just one big X across
okay.
the doors. The door isn't like it's
Right.
across both doors. One big X.
What is the X written in? Is it like carved in part of the door, or is it like painted on in
It is
blood or
painted
something?
on. It's painted on. It doesn't look like it's blood, but it's definitely some red substance.
Oh, that's more concerning.
Cool. I am not.
It would be fine if it was blood.
No, it said it was red. It was concerning.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah,
Just-
red X is usually bad. We should have probably noticed
Yeah.
that. Damn.
Just a suggestion: we could just slowly back up and leave.
Close the
Close
door.
the doors and go.
Yeah, carefully close the door.
yeah.
This door
So
wasn't
the
locked or anything, right?
no.
Nope.
No, I didn't.
Like, lock your doors if you don't want people to go in.
Oh, it's true.
And just to make sure I have this right, there's like a lever on this like pedestal looking
Yep.
thing there.
Mhm.
And then anything, what was there about the statue? Anything? I see like a dais looking deal there.
Yep. There's a statue on the very far side of the room. Big gold brass statue. Two femme sea elves holding some weaponry. You can see they've got some of their like aquatic characteristics, including some eels that are sticking out of the statue here. In the centre, where their hands meet, there is a large horn that is being held by one of them, like
Right.
instrument.
I'm gonna just like try to determine what the substance is that the X is painted with, since that was the question that Oro asked.
Sure. Give me a nature check, perception check, well, probably an investigation check if you're trying to like get a good idea of it.
Okay, so not perception. What about survival instead of nature? Nature?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay. Oh, good.
It's really hard to say. You're fairly confident it's just mud. Like it's kind of
Okay.
just been tracked on it.
Well, it doesn't look like it was part of the original structure. So, someone probably marked this. I don't know. I feel like an X over a door isn't an X marks the spot as much as it is like a do not enter.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Haiku here with the 20 intelligence.
You
Only
know, a lot
no
of
treasure.
apologizing to do.
Got some people to call.
Some people to scry.
But also remember that we talked last time about wanting to make sure that we weren't going to have like, an army show up behind us unexpectedly at a bad time. So if we're not going to do anything about them, then I feel like we should try to find a way to make the door very, very closed.
I think we might need to do something with the lever because we had to, well, I don't know. There was the other one, and it made something happen in the main room.
Which way did the door open? So if we're in the corridor and
You
we're
pushed
going
it
into the
in. It
room.
was a push door.
Shit. Okay.
Who pulled the lever last time? Was it Haiku?
Yeah, I pulled a lever. We didn't find out
You
what
did
it
it during the fight, I think.
Yeah. Was it an easy lever to pull? Something that a small goblin could do? Or was it like a
Tom?
palm?
It was enough to take an action as opposed to a free action, interact with, whatever. It took a little bit of work, but you don't think it would be impossible for Oro to do it.
Yeah, you could probably do Aura.
What's
You're
your
a strong goblin.
what's your strength stat at, Haiku?
15.
Oh my god, you strong for an artificer.
What's that supposed to mean?
I mean, it's just you might have, some people might have put that as their dump stat.
That was charisma.
Dump stat strength.
Yeah, same.
In which case, Haiku, maybe it would be hard for you to determine whether or not Oro could lift it or change the pull
Okay.
lever, simply because you are, strong.
Yeah. Why? Do you want me to go pull it again?
Well, I was thinking if someone does it, they should probably be quiet about it, and shit like pushes towards your back and like. And I don't know whether you're as quiet as maybe I could be.
I can be quiet. I wouldn't want you to sneak all the way over there and then not be able to pull the lever.
That would be
No.
quite embarrassing.
Could we assist with Mage Hand?
Oh.
I do have Mage Hand on that.
Oh, I have Mage Hand as well.
Oh, just make the
Okay.
mage hand do it.
Could just make the Mage Hand do it.
And your mage hands together could do it,
Yeah.
and then when they're done, they could high five.
Shake hands.
But a quiet high five.
Yeah.
A touch.
They're
I love that so
incorporeal,
much.
I think.
I love that
Oh
so
yeah, of
much.
course. Pass through each other.
Oh.
Incorporeal, but they can lift things.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, you could give that a go.
Why not?
Yeah. Bit of lever pulling.
That's like 20 pounds of pull right there.
Ooh. A lot of pull.
I think that's the best option we have right now. To try and be quiet about it.
What if the lever blows the horn?
Does anyone
Then
have
that would
any?
be a problem.
Then we're fucked. Does anyone have any like quiet spells? Like,
I do have the hush money.
oh,
Oh, hush money. Yeah.
My concern would be, I mean, I am not one of these people, but I know some people like white noise or background to sleep to.
yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
personally, I need it like completely silent. But what if the fish people
They're
need
used to that now.
background music? I toss, the hush money, and then half of them are suddenly awake, and we're split.
But that drumming only recently started. And
When?
Well, we only heard it in this room.
Yeah, but the drumming's coming from behind us, right? So did the drumming start when we opened the door?
Shortly after.
Okay, that's concerning.
And they were already asleep, right?
Oh, okay. So if we leave the room, we can still hear the drumming.
Yes.
Ah. Okay, they probably sleep whatever music then.
Do we have any way of quickly barring the door?
Well, it opens inward, so no. I don't think so.
It's a cleverly designed door there, Tom, that I can't bar with the immovable rod.
Yeah, push door.
That's how you ruined the rod.
That's how you fucking push door. Ah, you, my nemesis. The push door.
I suppose we could pull it closed almost all the way and then put the rod just on the other side so they couldn't pull it open too. And as long as they're not super smart, and she like looks over at them rotting, then they probably won't know how to use that.
Yeah, I would like to have it back. It's proved quite useful. I wouldn't want to. I'm just thinking someone's gonna have to like.
Well, we'll have
slide
to
it
leave
in.
at some point.
Okay. Yeah.
But we don't have to leave that there. I just thought that's what you wanted to do.
There's no like handles on our side, I assume.
There
Just
are
a
handles,
flat
yeah.
door.
Ooh,
we-
are they like ring handles?
Yep.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
I like when we
could do
forget to
that
ask
instead.
some questions and we could have like come up with this like obscene plan to lock the door from the other way. And Tom's like, it's fucking handles, dumbass. Okay.
Wait,
well,
if there's ring handles, we could maybe put the rod through the rings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's why Tom looked quite amused with himself for a moment there.
Mm.
It suddenly occurred to us that there was a very simple this problem. Liz, are you playing D&D if you don't do things the obscurely difficult and weird way? Come on.
If you,
I mean,
you're not
like,
playing D&D if unless a door becomes one of the largest obstacles.
true big bad evil
Especially
guy.
when that door was originally unlocked.
Okay, I think that's a good idea.
Should we quietly close the door and then rod it then?
It doesn't happen to also have a lock on it, this door, does it? Like a
Oh, the key's in the lock as well.
Yeah.
I feel like that would have been description we should have gotten and when opening it is that there's a key sitting in the lock.
There's a sign on top of the door. Please close when you leave.
Yeah.
You two need to do your mage hands first.
Right.
I assume you have to see where you're looking whilst you do that. And then once you've done the lever, we shut the door and lock it with the rod. Wait, are we using hush money or not? Do you have to be closer for hush money?
I mean, I could just leave it in there, but no.
Yeah, we don't want to do that though.
No, I don't want to leave it.
Lever's only 20 feet away. I think Mage Hand's like 30 feet.
Yeah, it is.
What
So we
radius?
can
is...
mage hand it from this side of the door.
Okay. What radius is hush money?
Good question.
The silence moves with the hush money, right?
It does, yeah.
And you got a mage hand.
Couldn't hold the coin and do the lever at the same time.
No, but you could move the You could throw the hush money in.
I don't think we need
Move
hush
the
money if
lever.
we're not going in there, right? Oh, are
Nah.
you going to put it by the horn?
If the horn sounds, I think we throw the hush money at it, and then work out how to retrieve the hush money.
I just love problem solving in a group. It's just-
The hush, I can't find the stat block for the hush money. It's in my old notebook, which is
I can find it for you.
somewhere there.
Time,
No,
how's
the-
it going, chat? How's it going, everybody in chat? You doing alright? I want to hear
It's
more
not
about
far.
Leonor's artificer with a dump stat, two different dump stats.
Double dump.
I don't know. What you gonna do with all that dump?
Dumps like a stat. Stat.
All that dump.
So many
All
different
that
songs
dump
coming
inside
out
your
with this dump
stat. Like if it's 30 feet, you could probably do it because you could place it from the door, 30 feet. And then
This
30 feet.
gold coin appears to be ordinary bit of currency on the surface, but features a pair of lips with a finger held up to them as if shushing the viewer. Once used, the coin's golden sheen fades to a dull silver colour. Once per day, as an action, when this coin is tossed or flipped upwards and then caught, it casts the silence spell centered on itself. The effect lasts up to 10 minutes, does not require concentration, and moves with the coin. As a bonus action, you can flip the coin again to end the effect of the spell immediately. There's only one use, and it restores a door.
It's just a silent spell, whatever that is.
Oh, yes, I remember now.
9 out of 6, that is very rough. That is very rough.
Oh.
Yeah, 20-foot radius sphere. Centered on a point you choose. Which is
It's not quite nothing. It's only if the horn sounds anyway. That'll be fine, I'm sure.
That'll be fine. It's up to you guys.
I think we're going to have to pull the lever either way, so let's just pull the lever.
Really quick question: is that thing? So this thing that is this true? Is this image true to your intention? Where this is a broken statue right here?
So that broken statue isn't originating in the center there. That broken statue is originating on the side and has fallen over.
Oh, JK.
Tortu, what the
Okay.
fuck?
4-2, holy moly.
Thanks so much for 10 subs.
Oh,
forgot you.
yay.
Thank you.
Is that up to 69?
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. Thank you, Tortu. Nice.
Oh my gosh, I'm at
Bunker
59.
Warlord was there. I remember them. Was that yesterday or the day before yesterday? Wow. Boots. Tombo. Incredible.
Our Boots should be back tomorrow. Don't worry, chat. Boots will return home to us. Hopefully.
He's coming home.
I was gonna do the
Boots is
I'm coming home.
So yes, that is just a big statue that's fallen over into the room.
Or we could do the City in Color version. I'm coming home. Sorry. So this is not a broken statue right here in the middle. Okay.
That is just a plinth. A rough hewn plinth.
Okay. No notes. No further commentary. I'm just gonna wait to see what happens.
All right. So what's the final plan?
Pull lever. Pray.
What are we doing with the
Shut
hush money?
door.
Is that going anywhere?
There we are. I don't think we're going to need the hush money.
Okay.
As the owner of the hush money, I'm making the executive decision that we're not going to use it.
Hush money is
Okay.
emergency if the horn sounds to maybe not wake some fish up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're using both of your mage hands, or just
Yep.
one mage hand, to pull the lever from the door, and just hoping that I haven't in any way put anything in this room that is connected to anything else.
As someone technically and magically minded, do I have any inclination that the lever could be linked to the horn?
As an adventurer, everyone in this room thinks that is possible. Whether or not it's likely or is true is different. But
Okay, do
as
I think it's
adventurers,
likely?
As all of you have been in dungeons now and have done dungeon delving, each of you are aware that who fucking knows what is attached to what. Who knows what could happen?
Turns out there's a trapdoor right in front of the main door. And if we had walked in and pulled the lever, it'd be fine.
Oh god.
Turns out that lever is also the doorbell that sounds like one.
What a useless doorbell all the way in the middle of your...
Inside.
It's
You
like,
have to enter the room to ask to come in.
Ooh, here's a question. The horn on the statue.
Yeah.
Does it look? Do I see like a normal horn where it's like wound around and there's like a mouthpiece on the end, or does it disappear into the wall?
Would you like to roll a perception check?
Yes, I would.
I would like to assist in that percepting.
Ooh, that's fair. I feel like I would definitely have said that out loud. So, great, love it. Oh wait, I'm gonna use a sorcery point to reroll.
Okay.
And just roll one more percept. Yeah, I'm so glad that I spent that research on that. +6! +6! So 14.
Okay. So from this distance, it appears that the horn is just quite a well-made, exquisite, even horn of brass. You can just about see its mouthpiece, so it's not like
cool.
hidden in a wall or something.
Okay. Okay. And is it actually hollow?
You rolled a 14. You're a bit away. There's all sorts of information I could give you if you rolled higher. It's not angled it away that you can see whether it's
okay. I was like, if it was hollow, I'd be able to see that there wasn't a thing there. Okay, so it's angled in a way. Okay. I'll just say, as they're about to start, it's like, there is a mouthpiece on the horn, so hopefully someone would have to use it that way.
Since I assisted, does it look like it's a collectible?
Oh no.
Plans out the window.
Quick, bolt the door.
Do you just ask me that?
Yeah. Yeah. Does it look like it's a collectible here? Like you know, would it look good on the old?
I think if we don't even want to walk in because we don't want to wake up the fish zombies, the last reason we'd want to walk in would be to see if the horn was somehow detachable from the statue it seems to be a part of.
Or hears and goes,
but I get what you're saying. Yeah,
what
Maybe
what if that's
after we
your
kill
magical
the Kraken
item?
thing.
You know how I just got flamey thought, what if that's Haiku's thing? The horn.
Wait, do you
What if
think
the
that...
universe is doling out magical items?
That's
one
what,
person at a time?
exactly. Like if this is something Oro really said, and Early's like, do you think this was planned?
Well, maybe. I don't know. Could have took diamonds from the other room as well, but we didn't take those.
Was it you who needed diamonds nearly? Or would they at least useful for you?
Well, yes, but we didn't take those because it looked like it would be really bad if we did. I can use...
I mean, the sword could have been someone else's, and we just took it.
Well, it definitely didn't belong to us. But there's a difference between taking something that isn't ours and taking something that isn't ours that's going to result in, like, a curse or a trap.
So it's okay when there aren't consequences. Got it.
No.
I'm just saying, if there's a book in the next room, I'm coming back.
Well, there's going to be a book somewhere. You can't say that.
I think just maybe, I don't know if anyone else was hit by a cannonball, but I was, and I don't think I would have made it much longer, or if anything else had happened to me at that point in time. And so I'm just thinking of that and the massive tentacles in the other room, and like
I missed you guys so much.
Maybe we can, maybe if we can get rid of that thing and like cleanse the temple like we're supposed to, then we can try coming back for stuff like this, because we literally have to walk back by here anyway to get out, right? So
yeah, that's fair. I think we've got to be slightly ahead of ourselves there. Sorry.
Yeah. Maybe we just don't die first and foremost, and risk taking is mitigated by at least getting rid of a Kraken before we start trying to disassemble statues. Maybe the cannonball was Nerly's gift. That would be something that would happen to me if I were to be like, we planned this for you, so maybe that was Nerly's gift. You know?
There's a piece of paper on the cannonball.
A little note that said hi.
Just says, take everything in this place. It's all for you.
Had one of those S's drawn on it that you draw with like the lines.
Hell yeah.
That's sick.
Folded in a special way. Yeah. Okay. Mage hand thing then?
Yep.
And potential regret? Okay.
So are we doing this in any certain way?
So I think me and Randall are going to mage hand it, and in my other hand I'll get the rod ready.
Oh, I
Well,
see. So you can close the
Just
door
in
and-
case.
All right. Okay.
The immovable rod specifically.
Wait, should we close one of the doors? We can close one of the doors and then peek around it. And then one door is already closed.
Oh, I was thinking we would definitely like pull them both to where there's just like a tiny sliver for y'all to look
That makes even
through
more sense.
and pull the lever, and then we can close it really quick. Especially if, I don't know, the door's soundproof maybe. So if the horn does blow, maybe we could stop it.
This is where-
So
yeah, well,
poor Cthulhu, who's just been rescued from his stuck in his dungeon, has just stood here watching us.
He's just tapping his foot.
Cthulhu's just like, I'm gonna die.
Cthulhu says to you, fighting these things, are we? Cthulhu is weak. Cthulhu wants to fight, but Cthulhu does not have the health for more than one. I am weak.
We
I'll
don't plan
keep
on
you
fighting
safe.
them.
But we don't play, yeah. We're trying to prevent that. But we think that these levers are important. You know, it is a temple that has a big vortex in it, so maybe it'll work like a drain and we'll just be able to like flush the big monster out and we won't have to actually fight it. And that would be nice.
Go to the plane of wastewater.
Does not want to fight giant tentacle monster that you described.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
I really hope this lever doesn't sound the horn and make the doors go bang open.
You know what I think would be worse at this point? It doing nothing. I think that would be worse.
Yeah.
Well, what if the lever sounds like a toilet flushing and that solves all our problems?
Yeah.
And it traces we're good.
We might have to do it more than once though then.
Can you describe to me how your respective mage hands look alongside each other and casting of them? Because I can't
Sure.
imagine that they're identical, right?
So I think Randall's mage hand, like it comes out of the book, like maybe it like actually like pops out the book, and then it's like the same like purpley energy with like little symbols like floating around in it, like comes out, and but it has like a little tendril that keeps it attached to the book the whole time. So there's like a faint little tendril that leads off to wherever the mage hand is handling.
How about haikus?
I mean, I mentioned the bag of metal shards, which sort of forms into the cannons before. It's like that, with like a bunch of metal shards come just in like a line to begin with, one by one going through the gap in the door, and they sort of form into a floating metal shard hand thing.
That's cool. That's cool. I like it. Okay,
Yeah.
so each of your mage hands grab each side of the lever, and I assume you count down 3, 2, 1. Chink. There is a loud metallic grinding sound as the lever pulls from its position, and you hear in the distant depths of the dungeon that you're in, to the far north, a clunk noise as something moves. These noises, with no attempt to be stealthy whatsoever, sure enough, you see each of the the fish zombies in the room start to slowly blink awake before they look up, see some magical hands starting to recede into the doorway, and you hear from all of them that kind of like echoes
time to
throughout.
lock the
The door
door.
slam, the rod in place, and shortly after, slamming noises on the inside of the door. Something's trying to claw its way out.
Does the door look sturdy and like it's gonna hold?
It's a stone door. It looks like it'll probably hold. In the distance,
Sweet.
the sound of the drums dun 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 gets a little louder.
That's okay, because that means that they probably won't hear all the commotion of all the fish zombies battering a door.
Possible.
I wonder if I dropped the immovable rod in the room with them, it would eventually kill them all. Because it just can't stop moving. You know, eventually.
Oh, the movable rod.
The movable rod, yeah.
I see. Okay.
Oh my god. It's just like, it's like Pong. It just like bounces back and forth from wall to the other and eventually kills them.
Can never be still. You have to have a special tube to hold it in, and it just bounces to and fro in the tube.
Okay. Okay, well, the lever was pulled. The room has been left.
I really hope we needed to pull all these levers because otherwise we're screwed.
Right. Did the kukunk sound come from the same direction as the first one?
It did, yeah.
Like relatively? Okay. Well, it seems to be impacting something in the same place, so cross our fingers for a big drain flushy thing.
Cthulhu is pleased we were not on the other side of that door.
Oh, yes. Sometimes you take a long time to talk through a plan, and that's a good thing, because then you come up with a really good solution and you use your resources really wisely.
Cthulhu walks towards the door and kind of puts their hand up against this massive big red X on the wall and kind of nods to themselves, as if it makes sense, considering its contents.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna ask if they knew anything about that, but after that, I'm like, okay.
Should we move
continue?
Yeah.
Sounds like it's a good time.
on? Well, two of us want it.
Right.
Cthulhu, I want you in the middle of the pack, please. You're not at the back, you're not at the front, you're in the middle.
Oblige, will Cthulhu.
Cthulhu, has anyone ever told you that your name sounds like an acorn falling into a pond? It's very pretty. I like it.
Cthulhu's name is supposed to be the sound of a dart, but I appreciate that you like it.
Hmm. Oh yeah, I could see the dart too, I think. Yeah.
You find yourselves at another door.
Oh, damn
no.
it. Does it have a red X on it?
It's over this door.
Yeah.
No,
Well, what's the handle situation? Is there a key? Is there a lock?
Is it push? Is
These are
it
all
pull?
important
Is it-
questions.
is
You
it push or
joke,
pull?
but these are important questions.
Alright, we're gonna have a standardized form of questions every time
Yeah.
we meet a door now.
Honestly, all the best
Eight
D&D
short
players have a
18-question
standardized form
survey.
to fill in every time they enter a room. Floors, walls, ceilings. That's what you start off with. Door. Colors.
Can I see the hinges? So it opens towards me. Sorry, go ahead.
This appears to be a push door. It has handles. It is made of stone. It is closed. There is no lock.
There's nothing written on the door.
Nothing written on it.
There's
Just
no
a
mailbox.
blank door.
It's a blank old door.
Blank door. Yeah. Is
I
it
mean,
is it a twofer or just a oneer?
It's a twofer.
It's a twofer.
Can't make a single door entrance in a temple. Come on.
Come on now.
Really dull, actually. Yeah.
Right.
It's stupid of
Well,
me to
not
even
even if
suggest
it's like a rolling
You see it a
door.
bit better now there?
Oh.
I think that would be different though, because it's not like opened dramatically in that way.
Oh,
It's
true.
opened
You can't
dramatically
throw
by
it- you can't
rolling
throw it
away.
out.
You need drama in your worship of powerful figures, you know?
Should we
Ow.
open the door?
Yeah, I'd like to carefully. Well, should we each open half the door? Because I think Randall's stood at the front of the.
I have a quick look for
Maybe-
traps.
Or yeah, and I'll look, and I'll
Randall, like,
elbow, I'll elbow Haiku and tell them to look for like glyphs or anything in case there's magic on the door.
I would like to look for blitz.
Sure, you give me a perception check as well.
I help. Oh, I was thinking Arcana, like magical
Arcana
traps.
works as well. Both's fine.
Oh, yeah.
22. Okay, so Oro, you're looking for normal ass door things. Haiku, you're looking for magic ass door things. Neither of you find anything on this door that is especially interesting to you. There's quite a lot of moss here that's just been kind of grown over, to a greater extent than any of the other doors, apart from the door that you've just had with the big red X on the front of it. This door looks like it hasn't been touched in quite some time. In fact, Oro, you notice that there's a little bit of debris underneath the door that seems to suggest that like more dust and stones underneath it that have like come from underneath it to your side. Haiku, you see no markings that indicate any kind of magical source of power here, though whilst you're investigating, you do notice that there are magical runes inscribed on the walking stick of Cthulhu, and they indicate to you the nature of an artificer. It looks as if the walking stick has been infused with something.
Oh.
Spicy.
I'll have to ask Cthulhu about that later. Now is no time to discuss artificing.
I like how you made that into a verb, artificing.
This door's got a shit ton of debris down it. This door's not been touched in ages.
Yeah, as far as I can tell, it's just a normal door. Which arguably makes it the most interesting door here.
Especially with all this activity, you would think that it would be used unless it... Either just went somewhere super unuseful.
Oh, I suppose actually
Getting
when
closer.
we came in, a lot of the doors were locked, weren't they? So it sort of makes sense that maybe the deeper doors aren't locked. Because there's already been a couple of locked doors.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Maybe nobody else has made it this far since that thing showed up.
True.
I say and immediately regret giving, not giving Cthulhu the side eye, but
Oops.
Yikes.
Oops.
alright, let's see what's on the other side if it's not trapped then.
Let's swiftly move on.
Okay, so you go to open the door. It
Yep.
does not open.
Well, time to go home.
Sakes. Oh, it's a pull, innit? Tom's messed with us. He told us it was a push, it was a
No, it's
pull
a
all
push.
along.
It's a push.
Oh.
I try and pull
we
it anyway.
don't...
No, it doesn't. It's open.
we don't see a locking mechanism.
There is no locking mechanism.
Maybe it's blocked on the other side.
What if I were to give it more of a push?
Give me a strength check.
I'll help if I
Guidance.
see how I could do that.
Oh.
D4.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Slam! You throw yourself up against the door at the same time. You have the weight of Randall at the same time. You feel there is a slight give to it. It feels very heavy. This has almost certainly been barricaded. There is enough give to it that it doesn't feel like it could be stone or rock. There's no cave in. It feels like someone has put something in the way to block this.
Did you feel it move as well there?
A little bit. You think
Gonna
it's
give it should we give it another go?
maybe. Hang on. I would like to use my ghostly form
Okay.
and step through the door
Uh-huh.
and see what's on the other side of the door.
Sure. Yeah. How long does ghostly form last for?
It lasts until like the start of my next turn.
Okay,
So about 6 seconds. Right?
Okay.
The Randall's really fast.
But I am really fast.
Randall's really fast, but you're going to have to be pretty specific about what you want to do here if you want to do this within one turn.
So I want to step all the way through. If I step one step through the door and I'm in something, I want to immediately step back to this side of the door. If it's a free space, then I'll stay there.
Okay, alright. Imagine if there's an immovable rod on the other side. I love that idea. I would really laugh, man.
Oh.
If only I'd thought of that. Okay, so you turn yourself ethereal.
Mm-hmm.
You step through the door, and you immediately see that your face is full of wood. And as you described, you step backwards.
Oh, hey.
Okay. There's something big on the other side. Big and woody.
that tickled Jack. The face full of wood.
Face full of wood, and then the first thing he says is, "There's something big and woody."
I mean,
Something big and hard on the other side of there.
Too far. You really lowered the tone there,
Is
Tom.
wood not hard?
You
Well, it
can
depends
get
on
like
the type of
soft
wood.
wood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get softwood and hardwood.
Yeah, but still pretty hard compared to, say, Play-Doh.
Balsa
Yes.
wood,
It
though.
depends
I'd
how
take
old the Play-Doh
Play-Doh
is.
over balsa wood.
All right, so
Did you
there's
say
something
you'd
on the
rather
other side
take
of it.
Play-Doh to the face? Is that what you just said?
I'd rather take Play-Doh than balsa wood. Balsa wood shit. It's the lowest form of wood.
Wow.
Don't think I had that strong of opinion about.
Model aircraft builders
Lumber.
across the
You'd be
world.
surprised. You'd be surprised about what
Screaming.
Jack has strong opinions on.
People have said similar things about me, so that's
Maybe there's like a big crate or something. I don't know, but I don't want to stop inside something.
right. What
Well,
if?
keep- You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you do it to like the rhythm of the big drum beat, then maybe it also won't be super like obvious to anyone who might be nearby.
Ooh, I like that.
That's good. I liked it that Randall's
Oh.
practicing the beat before.
Yeah. Yeah. He's going to make us do a performance
One,
check as
two.
well as a strength check now. So. Alright, beat.
Don't say that.
I'll just assume that your characters have some form of rhythm.
Got out easy.
Randall, I will say that you suspect that it wasn't like so much wood that you couldn't see anything at all. You did see that there were gaps of light that you suspect that if you committed a bit more, you probably could have gone through whatever it was that was blocking it. But because you explicitly said to me that if there is something blocking on the other side of the door, you're going to go back.
If I was like take a full step through, like if it was more than like
well,
this
you
deep.
went through the door and then you were inside the thing that is blocking it, but that was what was described, which is why I asked you to be specific.
Yeah, and I think this is still safest because honestly, if you stepped through by yourself and then whatever was in the way was going to take a significant amount of time to clear, and then there's also something really dangerous in there.
Yeah, but I had another ghost step. I'm not crazy.
Not crazy.
The most dangerous thing I thought of afterwards is if there was just nothing on the other side and it was just a drop. That would have been the most dangerous.
That would have been the most dangerous thing. I'm kind of sad that's not the case, but yes, that would have been. That would have been a very, very quick end to Randall.
Sorry, I got careful fall or whatever it's called.
Yeah, slow
Depends.
fall.
And boots of
Your-
spider
yeah,
climbing.
Your spider boots, you could just run up the wall.
That's
Yeah,
true. That's true.
it would have been fine.
Monk bullshit prevents you
Yeah.
Monk
from.
bullshit, yeah.
Yeah.
Invulnerable to fall.
Monk bullshit lets me walk through doors. It's fine.
Had to give the monk bullshit guy the fucking go through doors thing.
Some more monk bullshit thing.
Right. Bash the thing open.
Guidance.
It's the beat.
Okay. Give me another strength check. You can do it with advantage again if you help anyone another.
Do you want one from both of us or just one from?
If you're doing advantage, you can do the advantage roll.
I'll
Down to
help
you.
this time
Either you
and
can do one separately or you can have an advantage on one.
Let's do an advantage on one. For
Yes. Oh, you want me to roll?
I think you're the strong one.
I mean, I think we have the
Group.
same modifier actually because you got 15, I
Oh.
got 14. But...
Yeah.
Oh.
Advantage.
But lore-wise, Haiku is definitely much bigger than Randall, so it would make more sense for Haiku
Yeah.
to be the one.
There we are. Oh,
Hey.
the first 4 presses didn't do anything.
So wait, are we taking the 16 then?
You probably take the 16.
Gotta take the 16. Alright.
You have a,
I
you have
also-
guidance as well.
Yeah, guidance. My plan is just to guidance every time before they do it, if I can.
Sure, that's
20.
fine. Hi, Alpha Bad Dog 007.
007. Come on.
It's 007. What? Why is that different from 007?
Sounds better.
Oh. 007?
Ooh.
Okay, alright. Okay. double head salute. Okay,
Glasses
so
salute.
we got a grand total of 19 there, right?
Hi, Ripley.
Yes.
You
Wait,
feel
there was a third roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like slowly catching up with the 4 presses you made.
Yeah, there might be another one.
We'll get another one. You feel the door shift again, but it's not. You're not doing enough to move it.
Oh, so we're not making headway even?
No.
Would you want Nugget to help as well as a third person for like one more attempt?
I mean, if there's space in the corridor, absolutely.
I mean, we'll take a Nugget advantage check if you want to do one more. Is Nugget going to be the one doing the shoving, or is it still Haiku?
I'll shove it. It's fine.
Question.
Is that Nugget with a
Okay.
16 strength?
Yeah, Nugget's got 16 strength.
Oh.
I mean, doesn't matter. Never mind.
Beefy nugget.
Dice has been rolled.
How's
The door doesn't
Pure
shift.
muscle under all that fluff.
Can I see through the crack of the door at all?
Maybe for a split instant if you stood in the exact right place as they slam into the door.
Do I see anything
If you give me a
perceptibly
perception
of
check,
note?
we
Yeah.
will see if you can align yourself properly, get
Okay.
get a good view. Also, high rift blade.
I'm gonna spend another sorcery point. I'm gonna regret that probably, but yeah, okay, that's great. I'm really glad that I did that.
We're burning
Tom's-
through resources.
Yeah,
today.
Tom's going to write the guide how to make your players
So-
burn through all their resources with a door.
So what I was-
Don't settle for one door, DMs. Put 2 doors.
2 doors.
One open
One
one,
easy.
one closed one.
I am proficient in perception, and let me explain what my thought process was,
Sure.
so that can inform what you tell me.
Mhm.
If I could see a safe space at all, like like an opening on the floor,
Yeah.
like maybe I'm up on my tippy toes and looking. If we're assuming that this is barricaded and I'm like
Yeah.
peeking through, then I could misty step in
Right.
and easily get back out.
So, as you are hopefully aware, every one of my players, as well as viewers, if you want to be aware, I don't care if you want to be aware. If you want to not be aware, that's fine with me.
Stop listening for a sec.
So, if you do have proficiency in something, then I will obviously encourage that use of that skill. If you have proficiency, you are more likely to get better results from your check.
I do have proficiency.
You having proficiency enables you to, for a moment, spot that there's definitely space on the other side of that door that you could probably misty step to. Within 30 feet, there is a space that you could misty step to. It would be a tight window, but you could do it.
Okay. I mean, I grew up doing like ritualistic stuff all the time. I have a good sense of rhythm. It's fine. So before, they try with the one more time, and I'm like, hey, I think I can get through when you're like pushing on the door, because I can see in a little bit. And I mean, I don't know what else I might find in there, but I can always get back out if I can see back out. So I don't know if it's going to be silent in there, but maybe just I rush in and see if there's anything useful, and then I can always just rush back out when you hit the door again. So maybe just hit it a few times in case there's like quiet in the room, like hush money or something, like silence.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to slam one more time and allow Neroli the opportunity to misty step to the other side of the door.
Mm-hmm. And I'll guidance them before I go.
Sure. Well, you guys, you're welcome to roll one more time. This will be the last strength check that you do taking this particular technique.
I vote for Nugget to roll.
The Nugget and Haiku
Okay.
endeavor.
Nice.
Oh, that was Nugget.
It's a good roll. The door shifts open enough for Neroli to cast Misty Step, but not enough to budge it. She blinks to the other side. And with that, we'll have a bio break.
I like how
Whoa.
this plan is less risky than my plan.
It's equally risky, I think. We'll have a little bit of a bio break. Before we go, let's point out the thing I forgot to point out. Jenny's t-shirt.
Oh.
You sound so... Oh, yeah.
It's cute.
Jenny merch coming to Jenny's store soon, but not quite yet. Keep your
But soon.
ears
So
and
get
your
hyped
eyes
for it.
peeled. Get hyped for a Jenny shirt. I'm getting a Jenny hoodie, I hope.
Yeah.
It's got goblin energy on it, and it's embroidered instead of like plastered on with like paint and stuff, so it's better for the environment.
And
Huh?
it won't come off in the wash.
It won't come off in the wash, and it'll look sick.
Yeah. Also,
Thank
I'd
you.
like to note that this plan is safer than yours because I can cast Misty Step like 8 more times.
Yeah, but we have to be knocking the door open. I could just waltz through it.
That's
yeah, but
true.
if you couldn't get back out, then you'd just be stuck in there.
But I think the same. Okay. It's
there are limitations to each of your plans.
I mean, we could both just walk through and then leave these guys this side. Like, we're through.
That's true.
We'd get the door
you-
open eventually.
If you wanted to come with me, I mean, but
Right.
then you'd be stuck in.
That's the thing now, I would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
We'll see if I hear any cries for help or,
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens when we're back from our bio break.
Yeah.
Unlike many D&D streams, our bio breaks are very quick. We will be doing our business, coming back, and then just chatting until everyone's returned. So go, stretch, refill your drinks, go to the toilet,
Go, be
do whatever you
free.
need, have a little dance. We'll be back in just a moment to say hello to the Do Good Penis. Good penis.
Do good, penis. Please go right ahead. Okay, I'll note that down. Thank you, Nuka. You can't see where she's going anymore, so unless the group can hear you to bang on it, you won't be going back. Wait, I can't see where she's going anymore. Why can't I really see where she's going anymore? Because she can only see a little bit. You to bang on it. You know what? It's not my problem. I don't need to worry about it. Everything's fine. I'll be right back.
Hello. It is me. How is chat? All good? Hell yeah. Lovely to hear. That's what I like. With this week's angle of Tom's camera, you can just see a vague picture of Tom in the far right of his camera. Hungry for the soul of adventurers. Oh, good. Only easy mistake to make, Adam. Easy mistake to make. Streaming to TV. Oh,
We're back.
hello.
I also noticed the Tom pic there. What you don't see on that photo is that's the Snapchat filter, where
I thought there was a filter on it.
where you could swap faces with someone. So that's not actually me. That's my head with someone else's face.
Whose face?
It's Hannah's face, I think.
Ah.
But I don't want to show the whole photo.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Next to it is a very cute photo of Jenny and me when we were young. Ooh.
So bright.
Bright boy. Smooch this one over a little bit. I've noticed that my so I've been doing a lot of lecturing recently because the term has started for some of the courses I'm teaching on, and I have to talk some days for 5 hours or something. Like, it's a lot of talking.
Many
And
talks.
because I talk quick, and I have to fit a lot into these sessions. I damaged my voice a little while back. I've been trying to figure out ways that I can reduce the strain on my voice. Haven't found anything good yet, but I wonder if part of it is that because I teach with my headphones on, that maybe because I can't hear my voice properly, maybe I'm forcing it a little bit more than I need to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't
Makes
take
sense.
regular breaths.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Turn the listen to yourself on, but on a really low volume.
It's the side tone thing, yeah.
'Cause that's what they do on phones, so that people don't talk too loud on the phone.
Oh.
It feeds a tiny bit of the microphone back into your ear, so you can tell how loud you're being.
Wow, I'd never noticed that. Interesting.
I don't know if I don't know if mobiles do it, but old landlines definitely did. You could
Yeah. Well, that's an option.
I feel like it applies even more with headphones.
Although I don't know, because when I'm lecturing, I have to share my computer's audio,
Oh, okay, yeah, that might
so
not
they
work
might
so
hear my
well.
voice twice. Yeah. Oh, stream on the TV, lounging on the couch. Wow, that is luxury. Wow, I always like when I've got a friend stream on, and we're Jenny and I are chilling on the sofa or something. It's peak relaxation to be doing something, hanging out, whilst a friend's stream is on.
And just throw a puzzle book into that mix as well. Boo.
Puzzle book. We were doing it the other day with Jack's stream. I think Jack was streaming, and we had Jack's stream on whilst Jenny, Tortu, and I were playing Pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me and Nate were playing Hunt.
Board game at the same time. It's chill times. There's also an adjustment period of figuring out how fast one needs to talk and how loud. Yeah, doing it online means less worrying about volume, but I'll be moving to teaching on campus very soon. So that's talking to bigger rooms. We have these little speakers. We can have a little piece or headpiece around here, and like a speaker that you can attach to your belt or something that will like amplify your voice throughout a room, which has been handy. But if you even slightly nudge the aux cable, it's nothing but screeching, and everyone hates it. It is the most horrible thing to listen to.
We had a lecturer in like second or third year who would like every lecture somehow manage to like force like an audio loop, like a feedback loop. No one else in that room ever did it, just this one lecturer. It's awful.
The fuck?
Your voice likely gets stronger the more you practice. Make sure you hydrate. Yeah, I'm drinking a lot of water, but I've just been lecturing about the renal system, and it just focuses more and more on how the more water you put in yourself, the more you're just going to be peeing out because you don't need that much water.
It's I could hear what you were saying because I had my headphones on while I was doing stuff. Yes, you will speak louder if you have like over-the-ear headphones on while you're lecturing. So if you're doing it from home right now, you could just put in like regular headphones into like the actual headphone jack just for lecturing, and just have just one in, and that will help.
This is what I do. I've been having one ear off because otherwise, like, you'd think I wouldn't need audio, but with the students I've been teaching, I've been encouraging to unmute themselves so they can talk to me and stuff, as opposed to like typing. But yeah.
And also raising the pitch of your voice. That was something that I had to do a lot as a music student.
I've been working with that, especially like, you know, raising the soft palate and stuff.
Yeah.
And, but we were looking at videos and stuff the other day, and it was like, you should. One thing that was like a exercise was like, you have to find like a very sad voice and do a very sad voice because it lowers your larynx. And I was like, okay, doing a sad voice now. I'm very depressed. I'm a sad person. And it's like, you know, I'm just walking around like, I'm a sad boy. I'm a very sad boy. Because I've just been like, you need to talk like you're very sad. Do a very sad voice. I'm sad.
As someone who's familiar with singing, though, like, I mean, like as yourself, what you can do is you can take the sad sound and you can feel how that feels in your throat, and just like save those settings and then turn off the sadness.
My brain can't do it. My brain can't do it. That's so much. As I guess it's one of those things. You being a professional singer is that you've got a bit of like muscle memory of how to like control your voice, and with
I could like make them click against each other, and I can just pop my ears just by like.
Yeah, no, I can't do that kind of shit.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to D&D.
Yeah.
So, Neurally, you have done a teeny little misty step through a tiny crack in the door that was made for you.
Put me where I land.
And this is where you land. You land over here. You see that to your south there is a blocked off passageway that was placed there by the DM because the map had more than he wanted. So there's nothing down there. To your east, you see that there is a corridor that continues, and to your west, you see the blockade. There seems to be a very purposefully placed wooden and metal and stone blockade, huge beams that have been placed there to ensure that nobody can open the door that you've just come through.
Okay.
Having been on the other side of that door, you might understand why.
Yeah. So whoever was over here was blocking themselves from the zombies, probably. Big heavy beams, but I have a quarterstaff and there's a rock right there. Can I lever that one side up where the beam kind of rolls free?
Is it a magical staff?
That's a good question. Let me look.
I
think it's just a normal quarterstaff.
Okay. Well, give me a strength check then.
Okay. I'm gonna guidance myself. With my -1.
I asked
13.
that because what I want to do is, if you roll extremely low, that is definitely going to break.
I figured,
But unfortunately, you're unable to shift it for now. You suspect that it would eventually shift if you rolled high enough, Sorry, if you were successful, if you managed to find the right point of the leverage. But for now, you've been unsuccessful.
Okay, so I'm gonna go. I'm like step over it and go back to the door and be like, "Can y'all hear me?" Except she doesn't say y'all. Can you hear me? Stage whisper. Can they hear me?
Can we?
I'm going to say that Haiku can, simply because Haiku, I know, has invested quite a lot of points into perception, and I previously stripped them of a passive perception feat because I don't like passive perception.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I can hear you.
And maybe Nugget as well, because Nugget's a bat.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Nugget just hears literally everything.
Yeah.
Every little like digestion in our stomach, every fart.
Nugget's just chilling there, like vibing to the drums.
Nugget's like, every sprout sounds different when you Nugget's
Yeah. There's a couple of like masts, like thick beams that are wedged against the door that maybe Randall and I could move with like doing it smartly. I'm not sure.
Okay. Do you want me to ask Randall if to go through again? If you can, that is.
Maybe talk it over and see what you think.
Okay, I'll pass it on. Give the others a shout if something goes wrong. Not that it will.
Okay.
Randall, there's by the sounds of a beam, like a wooden beam laid against the door.
Oh, right.
I don't suppose you want to like do your thing and see if you can help nearly move it.
I mean, if I do that and we can't move it, I can't come back. I'll have to
That's
like.
adventuring for you. It was nice knowing you.
Is that a lever right there?
So you're welcome to inspect that area if you
No.
like.
I will look at it from afar first and see if it's got the same, like any similarities to the other levers, and then I'll creep closer quietly.
Sure. Yeah, perception check.
Plus 6, and I got a 9.
I mean, it has a similar construction, silhouette.
Okay, I'm going to quietly. I guess I was over here, and while they're talking about it,
Yeah.
I kind of peek out and see that. Do I see anybody else around?
Nope.
Okay.
You see, however, that next to this structure that you were questioning as whether a lever is or not, there are 2 stools next to it, and a bridge that crosses the deeper, saltier stream beneath you.
Mm-hmm.
Around you can also see that there is a bucket, a little bit of vegetation.
Okay, I'm gonna sneaky, really quiet as I can, creep a little closer to look at the little thing that looks like the other levers.
This looks like to you. Actually, draw me an intelligence check.
Okay.
This looks like it's some kind of fishing contraption, actually. It looks as if there is a very thin wire leading away from this that leads down into the water. It's like a very thin rope more than a wire that kind of blends in because it's flat against the ground. It's not like strung up, it's underneath and goes into the water deep. You suspect there's a cage or something at the bottom of it, and they would use this contraption just to hold it in place and then pull it up easily.
Okay, I'm not gonna mess with that then. I'm gonna come back to the door. What you think?
Can I hear now, or can I still not hear?
I mean, sure. We'll say for the sake of ease, you can hear nearly. Yeah.
If not, I'd just be translating anyways.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Which side has the least stuff for me to walk through on?
On your right side, the beam is shorter and lower than the one on your left side. So I would come through on the right side And if you can go really fast, you'd only need to go maybe like 10, 15 feet. They say she's not like super great at like, oh, it's exactly 12 and a half
Sure,
feet,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Okay, there's nothing else there that I'm gonna like run into or anything, is there? Or like fall off of?
There's
If I just go in a
like,
straight line.
no, it's just floor. There's two big thick mast like beams, and there's a big rock, and then there's just normal floor after that.
Okay, I'm coming through.
Okay, I'm gonna step out of the way.
So I'm gonna ghost the form again, and just basically just go in a straight line until I'm free of all obstacle.
Okay. And you find yourself over here then. You are welcome to have said you run a couple of extra steps if you'd like, but you are on the other side of the barricade.
Oh, okay. That's some serious mast, huh?
Yeah, those are pretty big, but I was thinking, back, I guess it's not home, back in the Enclave, when there was like big stuff we needed to move, especially on the mountain, we would always do it like putting something under it and like levering it.
Right, yeah.
And so I was thinking maybe we could both try that, and we don't have to actually lift it. We just have to like roll the bottom of the mast here like over the rock, and then it won't be like pressed up against it anymore, So we don't have to actually lift it. We just have to kind of like roll it to the side.
Okay.
All right, I'll guidance him.
Do I have something that isn't my walking staff?
Your mime staff is magic, right?
Yep.
So it wouldn't break.
Does Randall know that though?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
100% Randall is without a doubt certain it is magical.
No, but does Randall know that magical items like don't break under these sorts of conditions?
Yes,
Is that like
I'm
common
going to say
knowledge?
it's not common knowledge, but Randall would know it. Randall has spent plenty of time reading stories where magical, items have a greater durability than you'd expect.
All right.
And I think, in the interest of making sure I wasn't metagaming, I think we ran into a situation where we specifically used something magical because either you told us that meant it wouldn't break, or we determined that it didn't break because of that for some reason.
I mean, as adventurers, at the level that you have got to now, you are confident that magical items are more durable.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Then I will attempt to lever it out.
Okay.
And
Give
I'll
me
help.
a athletics check with advantage and guidance, I suspect.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It shifts a little bit, but you can
Wait,
definitely tell.
D4.
That oh yeah, roll your D4. I'm so sorry.
I'm
We hit the magic number.
16.
We hit the magic number. One of the beam shifts out of the way. You haven't completely cleared the doorway, but you've definitely moved one beam enough that one of the doors could open.
Haha!
Open the door.
And then she's like, "Ooh." And I'll go try to pull the door open.
The beats are getting louder. The drum sounds louder and louder. Could every single person please make a wisdom saving throw?
Shit. I'm telling you,
Okay.
rhythm without bard is bad.
Gotta resist the vibes.
Resist the vibe.
Chill vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Oh,
With
well, I
saving
accidentally
throw,
rolled that
with
as
wisdom saving throw.
Saving
With wisdom saving.
accidentally rolled that as advantage.
I'm
rolled
gonna
the same
use
number
a-
twice.
Point of luck if I can. There.
Okay.
That's alright.
Uh-huh.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my
What a
God.
turnaround. What a turnaround.
What a turnaround. Oh
I
my
want to hear
goodness.
how that happens thematically. How does
I've just-
luck do this? I want to know.
Just decided to not be failing today.
I'm going to use a
Nugget.
flash of inspiration, by the way, and turn that into a 17.
My
Ooh.
god.
Nugget comes around at the last second and just like plays with you and like puts their wings like over your ears and that muffles the sound enough.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 Okay, in which case, Randall,
I got 66. It's fine.
you got 66.
What a roll.
It's right there. Everyone can see it.
Plus 46 modifier.
You're getting a 66. Jesus fucking Christ. You can hear a voice inside your mind.
Ooh, another one.
Ooh.
And it says to you, hello, traveler. Nice of you to visit. Do you plan on staying for long?
No.
Do you say no out loud?
I don't think so. I think Randall's had enough experience with other voices and communicating with non-people things.
So this is happening, and I'm just pulling open the door that we've successfully freed.
And you're certain I couldn't persuade you to stay a little bit longer?
Well, I mean, I just got a job to do, you know, and be done. I can't breathe. Hang on.
But we could be friends, Randall Dundragon.
Well, I mean, I don't know your name. How can we be friends if I don't know your name?
My name is Conlectus, the Dark Scale.
Well, that's an interesting name.
I have had many names, but we could be friends, Randall Dundragon. I have a story to tell you. Much arcane knowledge belongs to me, the many years that I have lived. I would be happy to share it with you.
Well then.
Christ, this is sexy.
This isn't the low, sad voice.
There you go. Now it's low, sexy voice.
Yeah.
You're halfway there. It should be the normal voice.
This is it. This is the voice. I can go all of my lectures like this now.
Cool. Well, I mean, what stories do you have? I know many.
Randall Dundragon. And perhaps I will even be able to remove this other voice inside of your head.
But that's my voice.
It kind of like laughs to itself. You can tell that there's like an almost infectious humor in response to that, as if, and you feel a little stupid. You feel like someone knows something that you don't know. And the voice kind of leaves you.
Are we all just stood there staring at Randall, kind of like staring off blankly at this point? Like, what's the situation?
Well, did you manage to open the door? Were you busy
Yeah, I guess that's a
opening
good
the
question.
door?
The door is easily now opened, yeah.
Okay, then what did Randall look like when Randall was talking to...
I think it was just...
Were you like still dealing with the like kind of like autopilot moving stuff out the way of the door, like, or were you stood there like just staring off into the distance?
I think he might have just been like not like actively doing anything, but just kind of like maybe idly like flicking over his walking stick, looking for, almost like fidgeting, just looking for like any damage or, you know,
Sure.
cleaning
Okay.
it.
So it wasn't obvious to everybody that Randall was having a conversation with someone else.
No, but
elsewhere.
Okay.
yeah, it wasn't like he wasn't just stood staring at nothing, but I don't know. maybe people could perceive through that. I don't know. That's not for me to say.
Can you do an insight check on this?
I would allow an insight check from someone who is. I mean, I would say Oro could do an insight check, and maybe Neroli if at a stretch, because you guys are more likely to be like on that shit. I think Oro is paranoid enough. I would allow that. I think Haiku would be elsewhere.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Can I tell that I just made a wisdom save? Because I know with some spells you can tell and some spells you can't, or some
No.
situations. No. I think then I probably, like, unless I turned around and I saw something that seemed like out of character or distracted or something, then I don't think I would.
Okay.
Especially because I would have been facing the other way and like opening the door and like waving them through.
Yeah.
But I could
Well,
see
we'll
how
take it from
Oro
Oro.
might. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Randall would have been there looking like not concerned about being stuck on the wrong side of a door and not helping open the door or anything, and just sort of being like idle, just T-posing.
Posing.
But then Oro, you might notice that there was something in there. It looked like Randall was looking off into space for just a second.
Okay. I'll leave it until we're all over the other side, I think.
Okay. Well, Cthulhu has no issues travelling to the other side, and says, "Impressed by your abilities, Cthulhu is.
Oh, thank you.
To travel through a door to such space, you became otherworldly." Kind of like pause at Randall.
Nerly's like, oh, he wasn't talking to me. Oh, awkward.
Well, I think they were kind of like generally talking to the room.
Oh, okay.
Good job, Rue. You did well.
Selene taught me. Or maybe it was... That one message on the golem thing was signed Seraphina, right?
Uh-huh.
Maybe it was whoever that was. Or did I know? Did I feel like I knew who that was? I'm trying to remember what you told me. Look at my notes.
You had a strong feeling of connection to the individual that left that note on the column, but it wasn't distinctive, obvious. I know precisely who that is.
Yeah. Oh, I know why that happened. Okay.
We got a slow burn over there. A very, very slow burn.
Mm-hmm.
This entire campaign.
That wasn't a charmed thing, right? The wisdom saving.
No.
Yeah. Right. As we're all like moving over, and I see Randall whilst like Cthulhu is talking to like Neroli. Randall, you okay? You good?
Yeah. This place just getting to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been trying to move the thing and not being able to get back. I don't know.
Is that it?
Jenny is. I think all of our characters are a little bit us, and I think Oro has Jenny's sense of you fucking tell me right now. I want to know.
There's something wrong with you. What's up? Okay.
It's just, there's just secrets in this place, you know.
We won't be here for long. Surely.
No,
It's been
I
like
don't
2
think so.
episodes.
The script says.
What's that thing over there? She Oro points to the seating area outside.
Yep, the seating area looks like a little picnic spot.
The little
It
cafe.
looked like... well, it did look like a fishing trap contraption thing of some kind. I didn't mess with it because I don't know whether it has a cage on the end or it... I just don't want anything down there to know. So I didn't touch it.
With that
And
other
you
door in the distance.
You said that this way's blocked off, right?
No. To the south
Oh.
is blocked off. You can't quite see it there, but there's a.
Oh, I see. Okay.
There's a bunch of boulders here.
Which way do y'all want to go? It looks like there's a door on this little, like, makeshift-looking
Yeah,
bridge.
there's one of the boulders.
Oh, I see the boulders removed.
I don't like the look of the slightly evil-looking bridge.
There.
So I will say there are two bridges that you are now seeing as a party. The leftmost bridge here definitely looks like it was constructed out of the dirt and the sand and the mud beneath your feet. That is a little bit softer underfoot. The bridge to the right seems, as with everything else so far, to be made out of the same stone tile. And suspect that they're both heading in a similar direction.
Which way is the drum beat coming from? Asking for a friend.
You can hear the drum beat greater on the path to the left, but it's travelling kind of not equally across both, but it's a little bit louder on the left.
Maybe we should go this way first. Like that other bridge that we went over looked sturdy, and then it got destroyed. Remember, you nearly fell in, Haiku.
Yeah, I don't see how that justifies going over an unsturdy-looking bridge, though.
Well, this one's lower down, so the tentacle can't reach it. Because it can't get past the other bridge to hit that bridge. When you've read enough stories about tentacles, you understand these things.
Am I right, Oro?
I'm reading different stories about tentacles.
They can reach all the bridges.
Oh my god.
And the benches too.
Okay, sure, let's go through this one then. I mean, makes sense. We're the completionists after all.
That's true.
Okay. Moving swiftly on across the bridge that is sturdy, although worryingly a little bit soft underneath your feet. You see that it's mostly reinforced by like carapaces and stuff like that, skeletons of different crustaceans.
Perfectly normal.
It does seem to hold, and it doesn't seem to have any issue with you standing on it, but it does have a little bit of a squidge to it. Underneath it, you can see that there are schools of fish that are just swimming around in the deeper water. And in the room ahead of you, you see some of the kind of the decorative, it's more like carapaces and more like debris that's been repurposed as decoration, hanging above the door ahead of you. You see into the room just enough to know that on the left-hand side, can you see that thing I'm identifying? Yeah. You can see that is a rack, like a tanning rack, that has a grung spread out on it. Its chest split open.
Ugh.
Are they dead?
Yes. You suspect they are, but you are at a distance, so it's hard to say for sure.
Hi, Evan.
Hi, Evan.
How you
You
doing?
timed an entrance very well.
I'm just saying, we've gone over a very, a squishy bridge. Bridge shouldn't be squishy, and we've come from a dead frog person.
Wait,
Maybe-
I think the minute I see that.
The second that you say dead frog person,
Yeah, dang it!
is pick up.
I'm sorry, Cthulhu.
Haiku, we're gonna have to talk about
Mm.
things
Dead-
like this.
Dead what, you see? Dead who, you see?
You probably don't want to come with me.
Oh no. They kind of push past you on the bridge. Run into
Can I
you.
try and stop them?
I mean, yeah, you can if you want.
Yeah, I don't want to let them cross the bridge.
Yeah, if you want to stop them, you roll to stop them. You can go for a grab attack, just roll a normal attack and see if you go against their AC.
A normal attack.
Normal ass attack.
Like an unarmed attack.
You miss as they slip past you.
Damn it.
It's not so much that they are. It's partly that they are of a small frame and they're already quite wily, but they have a walking stick. But you also have a little bit of trepidation about grabbing someone that you're friendly with but don't know well, and that is enough to just to make you pause for a moment as they slip past you.
Never grabbed a frog person. I don't know where it's appropriate to grab them.
Precisely, yeah. There are lots of cultural norms need to be appropriate with that kind of thing. Cthulhu collapses
I knew it.
in front of the grung that is strung up here and falls to the floor, and just they let go of their cane and they slump down, and they start crying.
I'm gonna run over and put my arms around him
Yeah.
and give Haiku an angry look.
You just hear them saying, "Slid is dead. That is Slid."
I'm so sorry.
They are not in peace. They will not find their way to the great pool.
How can we help them find their way there?
But it's too late. Our people need to die in the water or in battle.
Oh, I think this counts as a battle. Surely they fought. Yeah, and we're in water.
Cthulhu grabs a blowpipe they had at their hip, like a small one. You can see they've got an array of them along their hip as it is, and kind of like puts it in the hand of Slid and closes their kind of rigor mortis fingers around the blowpipe in some kind of symbolic manner, and just kind of stands up with a very determined look upon their face. You see that they grab their cane for a moment, and they tug at the handle, and as they do so, a blade comes out, and they kind of push it into the ground, into the sand, the dirt beneath you, underneath their feet, and just kind of they start talking to themselves underneath their breath, in a tongue that none of you can speak apart from Haiku. Haiku, you can hear that it is a deep and solemn vow to return the favour to whomever it was that killed Cthulhu. As you are listening to this, you see the runes that were on the cane start to fade away. With your understanding of inscribing and infusing runes, you will recognize that it is highly likely that the runes on the cane were cast by somebody or placed by somebody who has since passed away. The infusions have worn off.
Gotcha.
I love that we've just got an update of Jenny being like, I'm checking.
Just want
I'm
it
checking.
to be known that I'm paranoid and looking.
I'm not gonna share this information because clearly it's a touching moment and you only give me angry look.
Yeah, you've already been told off.
Is there anything we can do?
The fish people we kill.
Hell yeah.
Of course.
with you I go.
Okay.
With haste.
Do you need any health or anything like that, Cthulhu? You?
Seen better days, Cthulhu has.
If I give them a healer's look over, do I determine that I need to be casting a spell?
Give me a medicine check.
Heck yeah, I am proficient in that. 16.
They look like they've, got some bumps and bruises. It's hard to say, how they're feeling and how their what their health pool is like.
Yeah.
But I mean, they could do with a touch up, but
the use of the cane and stuff is more like long term or from being like in captivity than like
cane,
that's
the
a
cane
wound.
is absolutely a long term thing. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then I shall. So you say touch up. It looks like not. Oh, I'll just. I'll do my healing hands.
Okay.
And give them 11 hit points.
Oh, lovely. Lovely jubbly. Goog! They're looking a lot better.
Okay, good. Good.
Should we keep moving?
Yeah, I think we should definitely move away from this room as quickly as possible.
As you might guess, from here you have a doorway to your right, which may be slightly blocked off by the right there. There's a doorway to your right, to your east, and a corridor to your north as well.
Are these more fishing contraptions on the corners here?
These look like they are more like kind of decorative, like poles.
Gotcha.
Like torches on top of them.
Which way? I bet this door just leads to the normal bridge that we could have gone on earlier. So maybe going down this corridor to the north.
Is the drumming coming from the north still?
Very much so. It is getting louder and louder, and it's very audible from where you are.
I will say my inner compass is suggesting that this way is towards the tentacle.
Yeah, that's true.
We've essentially gone down and then we've turned left and then we've turned left again, so we're basically going back up now.
Wasn't that kind of our goal, though, if I remember correctly? Was like, before we face this thing, let's go and make sure that, like, there's nothing gonna creep up behind us after the first wave of those things came through. So we were heading back towards it anyway.
Possibly.
Not that we can't stop and go a different direction, but, like, I'm just trying to remember. Do you know where the fish people are?
Unconscious immediately, Cthulhu was.
That's fair.
Come on, Cthulhu, be in the middle, please. In the middle. Formation.
Formation!
Laura's become very strict in here.
That's fair.
Everyone be where you're supposed to be.
Move yourself, Randall Dundragon. Get yourself up there.
I could stop for one little second.
Well, you got a little bit of a pause. What's making you pause there?
That on the left, the giant tentacle.
Just a tentacle boy. Just a big old tentacle flapping around.
Mm-hmm. Is it flapping around?
It is moving, yeah.
You want to go the other way?
There's a big tentacle there.
In fact, roll me an insight check.
Oh, I tell if the tentacle is angry.
Like a cat's tail, the way that it
Yeah.
like...
Oh, it's a waggling. That's That's a sad or angry.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say whether or not it's more docile than it was before.
You see that the tentacle is playing a drum.
Yeah. Tiny little drum.
Should we go back?
Really, the creature's just sad that it can't play the horn because the mouthpiece doesn't fit it.
Aw.
That's all that it is all along. Just wants to be a one-man band.
I mean, I could take a little peek around the corner.
Okay, take a
Just
safe
a little
peek.
A little peek. Stay up against
Guidance.
the edge.
Did you give me a
I
little
said
peek?
guidance. I'm saying it again.
I know.
Guidance.
Just keep saying it. Guidance. So, from down here, you can see a familiar sight of a bridge with a lever on it. The same that was symmetrical on the other side of the hall, this temple you are in currently. The bridge in front of you looks soft and squidgy, but also secure enough for you to walk across it. You can see some Can you roll me a perception check?
Yeah, and advantage assuming it's not too far away, so I don't see it at all.
Yep.
Perception. Why can I never find perception?
As you are inspecting the local area, your periphery, you notice some artwork that is painted on the wall to your north over here, which kind of gives you the cue to look at the corridor that you're currently in. And you see that there is an additional piece of artwork on the wall next to you here. The artwork next to you here appears to be it's definitely written in a language that you cannot read.
I can, because I can read all of them languages.
Oh, I forgot. Then I suspect, like, how do you picture your ability to read all languages? Does it tell you in like a subtext, this language is XYZ? Or do you think like the font is different and that like gives you an idea of the language?
I imagine it working like the translate where you like use like the video camera in it, like it does
Right.
Yeah.
but it's like little purple like symbols appear like in common over the text that translates.
Right, okay, I like that a lot.
I love it.
In which case, you see that it is undercommon.
Undercommon. So it's like common, undercommon.
It is
Overcommon.
the speech of the common people of the Underdark.
Oh.
The Underdark is a realm much like the Overdark. It is a realm that is beneath the world. Massive caverns, huge sprawling cities even, but also many ruins and cultures and all sorts down there.
Okay.
But I mean, in many ways, you know, just like any other language, the people that speak that don't necessarily need to be from there. The language is spread, you know, it's just that's all the language is.
Does it say anything interesting?
Yes, this here is a recipe for, it says fey fish, and you extrapolate that to be axolotls.
Oh.
As a way to properly prepare the meat.
Yikes. Okay, well I'm gonna just pop myself back over here.
If
Okay.
Aquin was a font, it would be Comic Sans because of how bubbly it is.
We found a meat jar in a field. It was just a mason jar full of meat in the forest. What the fuck?
The worst geocache ever.
Hi, Papaya. Thank you for the 200 bits.
Hi, Papaya.
The worst geocache ever.
I love that.
Okay, so we should go the other way then.
It's like reading Shakespeare.
Yeah.
The words appear like footnotes everywhere. It's just
Yeah.
Wait, we off the other way now?
You guys have changed your minds.
Yeah, so there's a lever up there on the other bridge, and this appears to be a recipe for axolotl.
Sorry, Randall, I thought the other bridges weren't sturdy enough for you.
Well, they aren't, but there is a big tentacle right there. So unless you want to stubbornly, carry on? We can. You can go first.
Did you say there was a lever on the other bridge? You can see it?
Yeah.
Stage whispering. Well, yeah, let's go that way. If we do go back that way, I'm gonna try to do my best to keep Cthulhu from seeing Slid.
Yeah, we're all like walking like widely to our side.
What's up? What's that?
Cover
over there?
this.
Oh, great.
Oh, this door.
Cthulhu has a cold determination.
Oh,
Can
yeah.
we go up this way?
There's a door there.
Now, please describe to us the door.
This is a similar door to the ones that were leading to the rooms where the gems of the sea were. Those big pearlescent fruit. In that it is a thin stone, and this has it is a pull door.
Well, I'll pull the door then.
It opens.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Riveting stuff.
I'm sorry, is my DMing not exciting?
No.
Do you want a trap?
No, it's just
No,
the
no,
other
no,
doors
no.
have been just such a roller coaster. That one just felt, I just did it too quickly. I should have done some more stuff. It's my fault.
Yeah, I
really.
mean, if you'd taken some more time to inspect it, I mean,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
it's fine. I just kind of.
I'm sure this door had all kinds of interesting, inscriptions and X's and all sorts on it.
We're never gonna know now.
No,
It's too late. You've pulled the door open, so all the good stuff's against the wall now.
no, I'm never opening a door again. Someone else can do it.
What this is it means you've done a good job as a DM, because now we're afraid of every door. And so when one's normal, we're like, it's just a door. Just a door.
Thanks, Malcolm, for the D6.
What the fuck, man?
Ah!
No, that's not what they're for.
They're for us. Only us.
This door does not look uppity. It looks pretty down on its luck, simply because it doesn't have any fancy traps or anything. It's not cool enough for the fancy traps.
It's not important enough.
Aww. We give the door
Well,
a
it's
pat as we
not.
go through.
So, moving forward, we have
So
a
we have
corridor.
avoided the
one to the
bridge.
south that is a bridge, and one to the north that is a door, a double door, and you see a bunch of wooden cages. They look like fishing cages. Some crates as well, some lights that are not, some like what do we call them? Like lanterns on the walls that are not lit, and what looks like a kind of net as well. Some stairs leading downwards to a platform.
Okay.
Quick question, since we passed back by Slid.
Mhm.
Does the way that they are positioned look like food being prepared? Like, they want to dry this out for jerky? Or does it
Yeah.
look... Okay.
Yeah, that looks like food.
Okay. That's all. Carry on.
You're welcome to do some kind of medicine check if you like.
You know what? Yeah, actually, I'll just kind of linger for a second.
Okay.
Me suddenly can't find medicine. 19. Proficient.
It looks as if this individual, Slid, died quite recently, but the wounds are severe. It definitely looks like there has been some meal preparation that has taken part. Some of the what's the word I'm looking for here without being body horror-y?
Yeah.
Starts with V. Viscera, sure.
Yeah.
Viscera
Okay.
have been taken away with some
we're-
care.
Yeah. But we're definitely beyond Revivify point.
Yes.
Okay. Alright. Just continue on then.
You suspect they probably died within the last. You can pinpoint it to definitely within the last 24 hours. You suspect probably on not too close to the 24-hour mark.
Okay. Man, that one extra day of rest.
It's always the one extra day, mate.
It's always that extra day. Okay. All right. Continuing on.
Want to have a little peek around this corner?
Okay, a little cheeky peek. You peek, and what you find is a statue of some dolphins. It looks like it's previously probably facing towards you, but has now been jankily ripped from its base and aimed towards the wall instead. Built around it, from the top of the statue against the wall on the far side, looks like some kind of climbing apparatus that has been secured on either side. From this apparatus, there is some rope that is dangling a wire, dangling into the water below, into the red water beneath there. You can see there's a ripple shape that is appearing there. There is some movement on the line.
Can we see what's on the line from here?
You can get a closer look if you'd like.
Go here. Is that close enough?
It's funny that I saw Adam say Ghostbusters 2 and then Richie immediately showed up. The second I saw Ghostbusters, I was like, it's been a while since we've seen Richie.
just ready for the word to be said. Hi Richie, hope you're good. Do I see anything now?
You are much closer. Roll me a perception check.
Okay. Wait, I have it on my thing. 14.
You can see that there is
it's
a
got a
cage.
tick on it, so.
It's got. Oh, you got a perception. You got a proficiency.
Proficiency, that's the word.
Yes, that's the word. It is a. You can see that there is a cage on the end of it, like a fishing cage. You can see that there is some kind of silhouette of a large shell on the inside of it, but you can't really see too much detail on the 14.
There's a large shell in this crate that's in the war over here. Can you guys see what's in it?
Can I take a look?
I go moving more forward with the having shell.
Yeah.
To avoid us doing the everybody in the party gets a chance to roll thing, we'll have one more roll that's available from anybody, and I suspect it will be Randall because of the advantage from the from the eyeball covers.
Mm-hmm. I'm not proficient though.
Not proficient with an 18. Okay, that's worth noting though. You have an advantage.
I have an advantage, but I'm not proficient.
That's definitely
somehow.
Worth noting. Okay, so you can see that there is a. You see similarly to Oro that there is the shape of a shell in there. It's like a classic seashell, maybe an oyster.
It might be like an oyster or something. Quick one.
As you're watching it, it seems to move, and you see the wire, the rope, kind of jiggle a bit.
Should we get it out?
I don't feel like that's a good idea.
But is it bait or they're clearly eating the stuff here?
I glance over at not at, but do that thing where you eye in a direction at Cthulhu, and I'm like, maybe this is the sort of thing we come back and look at later.
I love this idea that this is gonna still be here after whatever end dungeon thing, because the last dungeon you guys were in was very much not accessible after you poked around a bit.
It very well might not be. I just feel bad for Cthulhu, and I think Neurali would be very cognizant of the fact that pretty sure they told us Slid was their love.
Yeah.
And they just saw them like ripped open and gnawed on, and splayed out, and as like sworn vengeance upon the fish people. And we're like, ooh, do we want to look at this clam? Which is totally like, it's totally okay and very adventure-y, but for Nerly, you know, yeah. Katie wants to know if there's a big ass cool pearl in there too, but Nerly is kind of like.
I was thinking of it more of like, can we stop it from either being fed to something or being used as food? Like, clearly this is not what this statue is supposed to be here for.
Oh, I see.
Like, this has been rigged to fish these waters which aren't supposed to be fished. So can we...
What if by denying food to something, that thing becomes angry at us?
Presumably what would be eating this is the fish people, so I don't think it matters if they're angry at us.
Yeah, I think they're probably already angry. Yeah.
We could also just
I think we'll fail. Sorry, go ahead.
I refuse.
Right, impasse.
I was just gonna say that I feel like it would be a definite failure of our task if, I mean, I guess not a failure of our task if the place were destroyed, but also we don't know of any other way out, so...
We need to go back that way anyway, to get the rod on our way out. Don't think we're leaving that behind.
Yeah, no, don't worry, I'm aware.
Yeah, just take the rod out, see what happens.
It's fine, we'll already be running away.
We'll just stick my quarterstaff in it and run at that point, because I don't ever use that thing anyway. Except as a lever.
I've got one as well I never use.
It's a spell casting thing.
Yeah.
Just get given a quarterstaff.
Yeah, and I'm like, why? Like, I get that we're all proficient in these, but like, the sorcerer is gonna pull out some Donatello ass shit with this. Like, come on now.
You run out of spell slots, go start poking things.
Yeah.
That's what cantrips are for.
That's true. Maybe it's something from old D&D.
Yeah, and thematic, I think too.
Yeah, that's true.
But anyway, if that's your goal, I think that's fine. I'm just starting to worry about a lot of things, amongst them this drumming.
Yeah, let's sort this drumming out.
Yep. What's this door look
Kind
like?
of, like goes over to the side and starts looking down into it as well.
Oh dear.
Who does?
Kathoop.
Oh.
Whilst you're poking around the door. I think at this point they've seen how you tackle doors and realise they're in for a long wait.
We've got like a clipboard with like a list of doors.
Door approaching.
Right, which way does it open? Is it locked? Does it have any writing on it? Does it have any runes on it? Is
What
it,
are
is
the
it
handles?
rusty?
If it's unlocked, turn to page 367.
Is it a handle? Is it a knob? Is it a pull ring?
Oh my god, I used to love those choose your own adventure books so much.
Yeah, me too.
It is a pull door.
Hi Laser Cakes, what a cool name.
Hi, Laser Cakes, that is a cool name. All editions of D&D do not have infinite cantrips or the spellcasting and crossbows, so they can shoot at things badly.
I remember that from Neverwinter Nights.
I don't remember the crossbows, but I do remember being a wizard and having to hit stuff with my staff.
Like what?
Being like level 2 and against, I think it was level 2 in 2nd edition against a bunch of werewolves. And I was
God.
Oh shit. Oh fuck.
Yeah,
I used an
sounds like
unseen servant because we were in a convoy. So I used my unseen servant spell to like knock a bunch of. It was like proper like kind of naive child being like, I'm gonna like helpful utility spells, and then not being even remotely prepared for when the werewolves showed up and just beat the shit out of us.
It was a learning experience.
If that seemed in any way familiar, Docs, it's because I used a similar...
I was actually gonna ask because I was like, did you reuse that?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Cool. It was a very different, like, experience for you because I took it a very different way, but it was a similar caravan full of werewolf steel. Anyway, so you guys are looking at this door. This door has a it's a pull variant.
Okay.
It isn't made of thin stone. It's a bit of a heavier set one. It doesn't seem to have any locking mechanism on it.
Handles.
Yeah, the handles are pull handles.
I check for traps.
Well, I should hope they're pull
Go for
handles and not push flat bits.
You investigate and find no evidence of any traps.
Is that the checks? Did we do more?
Magic checks.
Yeah, well,
I nudge Haiku.
I just love this level of paranoia. I love that the idea.
Now,
the
combat is
idea
going to
now
take forever.
is
Doors
to
now
give
take
you-
forever.
Yeah, the idea is to give you enough normal ass doors that you forget to check one, and that's the one with the trap on.
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem. Now we
Yep.
have to do this with every door.
That's
Does
why we
not
need the
appear to
checklist.
be any magical runes or any kind of signs of magic here. Or at least
just
not
a
on this
normal door.
Open the door.
A
The
normal
door
door.
explodes.
You opening it? We leaving the fish behind. The oysters gone.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Just
as
like
you
that.
see, there is a nice open door in front of you now. There's a bridge with what looks like a very similar mechanism. Could be a lever, perhaps. On the other side of the bridge is one of your favourite things. It is a door.
Oh, no. Can we just avoid that door and walk around?
Like, yeah.
You
Wait.
said that thing in the middle looks like a lever?
It looks like the similar mechanism for the lever that you saw on the other side of this symmetrical dungeon. As you pass this door, you also see that there is more artwork on the wall to your right. It kind of goes between this room and the room you were previously in, the corridor. It is various scrawlings and drawings of different kind of fish, with a big tick next to it and a big cross next to a different category, as in do eat this fish, don't eat this fish.
Gotcha.
At least they're being sensible about it.
Thank God.
Maybe
Well,
they
how
just
are they
don't want to
working that out?
overfish this area. Maybe they'll
You
swap every
notice
now and
that the fish and the big cross area, they don't look like any fish you've ever seen.
Oh, like mutant.
Sort
Do
of,
they, do they have legs?
They don't have legs. Meaty legs.
Nice bit
Uh,
of fish thigh.
But you do
Fingers?
notice what is of note, actually, especially for Haiku, who's a bit more amphibious, that these are no fish that you've ever seen before. The fish that are in the big X category definitely have a lot more like spikes and fins than you necessarily usually see.
Yeah, you don't want to eat the spiky fish.
No,
Not the
no.
way to do it. Could I
Maybe
like
they're
casually
all-
like press this lever as I walk past it? Like almost like I didn't touch it. Not that I'm trying to hide it from the party, but I'm trying to hide it from the tentacles.
You're trying to make you're not trying to make a big deal out of it.
Yeah, you know,
Just
almost like I'm whistling as I
nonchalant.
do it. Yeah.
Sure, okay. Yeah, if you want to, yeah.
Can I hide up against the wall while you do that?
Certainly can.
For no reason.
Wait, is it this that you're doing? This?
Yeah.
Shouldn't we all be on the other side of the bridge before you
Yeah, that's what
try
I
and
was
do
thinking.
this?
Yeah, feel free.
Okay.
Forms if we can't open that door and we're all just trapped on a tiny little ledge.
That would be funny.
Well, now I'm more paranoid. I don't know, Randall. Which one?
What did the other lever do
Oh,
we don't know.
on the other side?
Also, what if we fall into the salty water? Like, do we need a different type of like bubble kelp, or can we breathe in that?
Salty kelp.
Let's just not fall in it.
Maybe try pulling this lever with Mage Hand as well.
Yeah. What does the door look like on the other side?
It looks like a push door.
Oh.
Oh, push doors.
Variety.
This is a
What,
nightmare.
every
if
door
you
is a
want-
push door and a pull door.
If you wanted
do
to
know
get
that.
out of this place, it'd be a nightmare. You'd have to open every door. You have to, it's not like you could just like run through them all.
This
You're
is
right.
a bird door. You could run through that
This
one.
is architecture hell.
They didn't do any good fire safety check here, and make sure you've got fire exits.
I suppose it is covered in water. Maybe not as big an issue.
True. Okay, should we go over the other side, and then pull the lever, or pull the lever and wait here?
Well, half of us go over and half of us stay, and then one person pull the lever. Then
Maybe
half
half
the people are in the
over.
right place.
Oro's
Mage
going
hand the
over.
lever from here. Okay. Never mind. I'll follow Oro.
Considering the last lever on the bridge I pulled stood next to it, I don't think this one's going to cause any issues. I think realistically pulling the lever in the fish room by itself wouldn't have caused any issues. The fish people on the other hand would have, but...
Kathoop, come over here.
Coming,
No,
Cthulhu
closer in the corner,
Confused is Cthulhu.
It's okay, we've always got a plan.
There's only one thing more dangerous than a door, and that's a lever on a bridge.
I'm pulling the lever.
Pull the lever.
Right? You pulling it? You do so with no resemblance of any stealth of any kind. And it rolls up the tentacle.
I like how you said that every single time, and we haven't changed how we've done it every single time.
Neurally in the
Said I
back
wanted
going,
to do
mage
it.
hand, mage hand, mage hand. Didn't listen to Neurally.
Remember that. It's a much larger modifier than I thought it was. Alright, so you are hit by a tentacle as it spasms over to the side where it hears feels the rumbling of the lever. Does a 30 hit your AC?
Holy shit.
Yeah.
What? Must be only just.
Yeah, it slithers in there. I could cast shield if I wanted to, but I'm gonna let the squid have this one.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
My
you
armor class is
take-
17.
You take 20 points of damage,
Fucking hell.
and you are grappled.
Oh my god. Remember when you were like, it was fine when I pulled the other one? Yeah, you didn't get hit by the
fine.
tentacle. You didn't get hit by the tentacle.
Nobody got hit by the tentacle at all the last time. Not a single person got hit. So you are grappled. The huge tentacle has its suckers all over you. You can see that it's, struggling somewhat with the shell covered in tat. But,
the tat saves you because it will just get stuck to the, to the
I know
tentacle.
what could save me, thanks to Jenny's tweet. The quill which has everlasting ink in it. Just cover my lube myself up.
Oh.
Yes.
Get myself out of here.
it lifts you and pulls you.
I want to clarify that it's not sexual in any way.
Got
That's
it.
excellent timing.
It's got its suckers all over you.
Right, has it pulled me onto the much sturdier bridge or into the water?
Over the water and the bridge, you are in the air.
Is
Okay.
there enough tentacle for me to try and jump onto the tentacle as it grabs Haiku from where I am?
You know what? I mean, you've seen the size of these tentacles. There is absolutely enough tentacle for you to do so. I'm
Yeah.
going to allow it, 100%.
All right, I want to jump on the tentacle.
You
that
jump on the
Haiku's got-
tentacle.
Grab Haiku.
What the rest of you doing?
Okay, I have a question for you.
Oh, I love questions.
So, Earthbind. Choose one creature you can see within range. Yellow strips magical energy.
Oh,
Loop
yeah.
around the creature. Target must succeed on a strength saving throw, or its flying speed is reduced to 0. Any airborne creature affected by this spell safely descends at 60 feet per round until it reaches the ground or the spell ends. Not flying, but it doesn't say that it has to be. It's just saying that it would be reduced by 0. If I were to
I love
cast
where
it
you're
on-
going with this.
Yes.
I love where you're going with this. Because of the way that the spell is worded, my immediate response is this ain't gonna work. However,
Okay.
if you have an inspiration point, I would absolutely allow it. That is the kind
Right.
of shit that inspiration points are for.
Yes.
Oh.
I
I'd
don't
just
have
like
an
to-
inspiration point. Go ahead.
So I would just like to point out is this to like bring it to the ground?
I was going to cast it on you.
Well, yeah, I'm currently above very salty water.
Of an unknown depth.
Oh yeah.
Well, I guess like if I could cast it on you, then I would have done it as soon as it grabbed you, so that it was hopefully pulling you back down there. I don't have a point of inspiration though, so if I don't think that the spell would work for that, I can't make it work for that.
Nope.
I think Malcolm's giving you a
Unless-
D6. I don't think that would help here, but I just.
Talks out of
I mean, it
context.
might.
Is there enough tentacle for me?
Oh no.
I can lend you a book if you need it, Randall. Don't worry about
I'm just a bit jealous, you know. Haiku's got all this tentacle all to themselves.
Hey, there's plenty of tentacle to go around. Come share this sucker with me.
Oh my god.
So accidentally sexy all the time.
That
That
was
was definitely not
accidental,
accidental.
you're
yeah.
I don't think it's ever been
100%.
accidental.
Oh, and it wasn't sexy either.
If that's not going to work, I don't have anything other than just outright attacking it.
Yeah.
All of, yeah, that's it for me.
But you're welcome to throw some shit at it if you want to throw some shit at it.
I could guiding bolt. I think that would be a good decision. Give somebody advantage. Chop. Clicked it.
What? Choose your own path in life.
You know, I'm gonna upcast it because I only have one more level 1 spell slot. So we're gonna do level 3. 23 to hit.
It wasn't sexy. What if we put some lipstick on the tentacle?
Oh my god.
Oh, I wasn't saying the tentacle wasn't sexy. You're saying my statement wasn't sexy.
Also, the tentacle's sexy.
Exactly. It's a tentacle. It's by definition,
Innately sexy.
yeah,
Apparently.
axiomatically.
So you have absolutely hit the tentacle with your guiding bolt for 20 points of damage.
23. I upcast it, and out of a possible 12, that added 3. So glad that I did that.
That's rough. Okay. Fantastico.
Oh, you know what? This is completely aside. I forgot that I can do my Misty Step for free once per day, so I'm going to give myself that 2nd level spell slot back, because of course I would have done it for free.
Yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything?
Yeah,
You've
I'll
got
hit
Randall's
it
up.
as well
Yeah,
with my crossbow.
sure.
24 to hit.
You have
Lovely,
advantage.
That's a definite hit. Yeah, you got an advantage. You can roll again if you see if you want to get crit. Or just
That's a-
even higher.
Ding.
27 standard.
Really, definitely hit.
Really, Devin.
I mean, technically there are things adjacent to it, so you get a sneak attack.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
Foggies.
Oh
15.
my god.
Oh, shit. Oh, I got 2 crits on it. I got 2 6s in that 3d6.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Big damage. Okay, that is a considerable amount of damage. This tentacle is absolutely looking beaten up. We're gonna, unless anyone else got anything else they want to add to this, we're going to the top of the turn order, which is going to be Haiku. I mean, well, we're starting a new round. I will decide what the tentacle does at the end of this now, out of context, but sort of round. You guys can choose whatever order you want to do this in. I don't really mind.
Okay.
It's not officially combat.
So, Randall's only thing on the first round was getting on the tentacle
Yeah.
with Haiku?
Mhm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god. Okay.
Well, I'm-
I will wait to see what they do before acting in pseudo second round.
Sure.
So, what I plan on doing is walking across the top of the tentacle. So I assume
Yeah.
Haiku is like underneath,
Mhm.
and I'm on top. And I
Sure.
want to stand above where Haiku is, and I want to hit the tentacle from the top with a stunning strike to try and make it release.
Okay. Yeah. You gonna go for that?
Do I still get the advantage from or is it only the next
No, it's
attack?
one attack. Yeah, it's one attack.
Oh, dear. Do I get all my attacks?
Yeah. One of those is a hit.
Cool. So that's 12 damage, and then
Oh
I
my
will
God.
add a stunning strike to that one.
1, 2, 2, 1, 1,
Okay.
2.
So,
Well, that's a lot
so
of
many
ones and
wants to
twos.
do this.
Nice.
Yeah, he's got an eye for these things. Okay, and you're gonna apply your stunning strike.
Yep.
You need to make a con saving throw. What's your saving DC?
Oh my god. Not great.
8 plus proficiency plus wisdom.
For monks,
It's gonna be
key stuff,
wisdom.
is that wisdom?
Yeah,
think
it's
so.
15.
Oh my god. Okay, and it makes a Constitution saving throw. I hate to tell you, it's got a good con save. It doesn't matter. I rolled a nat 1. It is stunned.
What? Like the whole thing, or just the tentacle?
The tentacle. The
Okay,
tentacle is
good.
stunned. It lets go of Haiku over the water.
You're welcome.
Honestly, other water seems way less dangerous than Hushinical, in my opinion.
I've seen the mouth
see
of
if
this
that's
thing. You much
Yeah.
prefer to fall here.
Can Nugget try and Can Nugget catch Brandel or by grabbing him by his teeth or something like that?
I think Nugget could get involved and save one of these two people.
I don't need saving. I'm
I was
fine.
gonna say Randall's fine. Haiku needs saving. So if-
Okay, well, so Haiku has been dropped and immediately plummets into the water. There is no swoop in and save before they fall. They are now in the water.
Okay.
Because when you fall fucking fast.
Yeah.
Somewhat as
However,
large as myself as well.
Nugget could absolutely
Fall at the
help
same rate
to
as everybody
save.
else.
Nugget could absolutely help to save Haiku from the water once they're in it.
okay, yeah.
Okay, Haiku, you plunge into the water. Being an amphibious sort, it's not immediately the scariest thing to you, but its incredible saltiness just absolutely sucks the moisture out of you. Okay?
Where's that prune monkey that Torty
Yeah!
used to post?
We need the prune monkey. We need the prune monkey.
The what? I have to
badly.
Google this.
Prune turtle.
There's a display picture that Tortu uses for. We have a Humblewood game where Tortu is what's the monkey race in?
I don't know.
You're the person I'd expect to know these things.
With my brain.
Grookey? It's Grookey, I think.
Grookey. We need that image ASAP, Tortu. We need that image ASAP. We can get it in here. Where you at?
I googled it. I can't find it. Shit.
Tortu just screamed the monkey, so I'm sure it's on its way.
Oh.
I already hope so. You'll like it anyway. And you take some damage. You take 8 points of damage. It is a deeply, deeply unpleasant experience for you as an aquatic person. It is. Oh, there we go. We've got it.
How deep is the water? Can I have some kind of?
I was yes. Don't worry. I plan on describing your surroundings a little bit. That's, so,
That's
so
really
funny.
cute and hilarious. Yeah.
Just delay the evolution of that Pokemon forever, inevitably, and they just become this prune raisin monkey. It's so funny. So you are dunked into this water, and beneath you, you can see the stone walls and the silt and the dirt beneath you, as well as some very unusual looking fish. Deeper into the room, you just about see the maw of this huge kraken. Around its base, you can see the walls of the cavern, and at its walls, you can see eggs. Kind of soft, gelatinous eggs. Below that kind of surrounding cave area, you see a vast nothingness. You can see that the water has started to pick up around the center of the room adjacent to you, and you are feeling its pull.
Right, so I'm getting sucked towards the maw?
Yep.
I only have my immovable rod.
Oh no.
Okay. How strong is this pull?
It's
'Cause
gonna take you.
I'm a heavy creature.
Yeah. You're gonna have so the water for you is now difficult terrain, and 10 feet every round.
It was difficult to in half movement?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can effectively walk 5 feet.
You have gone about 10 feet under the water now, or rather, you kind of splashed. Let's say for the sake of ease, 5 feet into the water. You're on the surface.
Oh, I thought you meant I was sucked back 10 feet every time.
You will be once around, sucked towards the thing by 10 feet.
Gotcha. Okay.
You've got a bit.
Yeah. Well, I'm just going to try walking against the current.
Walking?
Oh, sorry. So I haven't sunk to the bottom.
No, you're at the top. You're at the top.
Oh.
It's
It's
about,
very salty.
It's about 15 feet down to the area beneath you now. The cavern next to you is very, very deep. You are at the top of a very salty pool of a river of water. It is dragging you towards it, but it hasn't done so initially.
Okay.
Grab the soft bridge.
Soft bridge. Urgh.
The soft bridge will save you, and then you can.
I mean, the only person that's taken an action so far in this pseudo round is Randall.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think Ginny said Nugget was going to go try
Yep,
to help.
Nugget's going to swoop in.
See, but I think Haiku in this situation, because Haiku, being the size, they don't really swim, so they probably try and get to the floor of this bit and walk it, as opposed to trying to swim against it.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough. You're heavy, but this is very, very, very salty water. So it's
I mean, it'd have to be pure salt.
it is extremely salty water. If it was pure salt, you'd just be walking on the salt.
Okay.
It's magic. Magic Jack.
Well, yeah.
Magically salty.
Well, I'll try and swim against the current, then. Well, against, what I mean, against the...
Well, where and which direction are you swimming? Are you trying to get to the... Because you're not that far from ground or the bridge.
Oh, does it go... Oh. Well, just to the ground south of me, then, surely.
Okay, yeah. Well, you are aided by Nugget, so you make your way to the ground quite safely, with not too much difficulty because of that. Randall is still on the tentacle.
Mm-hmm.
Nerdy, you got anything you want to do this round?
I just don't think I have anything. Like, if I can tell what Randall did, I don't see the need to continue attacking
That's
it.
okay if you've got nothing to contribute.
Yeah.
That's okay.
And I'm
Totally
sorry,
fine.
I am hyperfixating a little bit on my fingers, which I'll stop doing.
No,
But
it's
yes,
fine.
I'm listening.
It's fine.
I just don't think there's anything I can really do at this situation.
And Oro has directed Nugget, unless Oro wants to do something else themselves.
I think I would hit the tentacle again.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make another attack.
Go for it. As a swoosh, a miss. Okay.
Well, if Oro's gonna just like take a pot shot, then I'll just cantrip it.
Sure.
And I'll do I'll do chill touch. 19.
Okay. That is a hit. That's a fair amount of damage that comes with that.
Damn.
And it can't regain hit points until the start of my next turn.
You see that it recoils at the touch of that somewhat. But you note that At the experience of that necrotic energy, that some of the flesh withers away a little bit, just for a moment.
Ooh, okay.
Oh yeah, if the tentacle's stunned, Oro has advantage, in which case roll again, Jenny.
Ooh,
Go for that hit, baby. That's a hit.
18. Do we get sneak attack?
Oh, and
Not this time. No one else is on it. Oh no, wait,
Oh,
Randall's
I'm
on
on
it.
it.
Yeah.
Randall's on it,
Yeah, you're right.
I'm still riding this
Oh
tent.
my god.
Randall's weak.
I'm just
Okay.
gonna see if I crit. No crit. Okay. We're
There
good.
is a significant amount of damage being output to this poor tentacle, though. And you can see
Poor
now that there are some
tentacle.
grievous wounds upon it. Some
Oh.
grievous wounds.
How terrible.
At the top of the round, you're all welcome to do whatever you want to do, Randall. Get the fuck out of there.
See, I was going to, but now you said that it's got grievous wounds.
Yeah.
And now I'm thinking, like, at some point we might have to fight all of the tentacles at once.
Uh-huh.
But right now we're just fighting a tentacle on its own.
Yeah.
So one fewer tentacle to fight next might be better.
I reckon with enough monk bullshit, you'd be able to hack off that tentacle.
With my blood
Pure
weapon.
willpower.
Does Randall like visibly hesitate? Like do like a wait.
Yeah, it's like he's about to jump and it's like, wait, hang on. Can I well, I can hit it and then just jump off.
Yep.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
do that. If it's not enough, then it's not enough.
Alright.
Can I can I ready an action and no, I can't ready an action
No.
and attack, can I?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I want to hit it and then like jump off immediately.
Sure.
Okay.
Do your bits.
Charge 2 of
Oh.
those.
Or...
Okay, I won't do that.
Gotta
I
open the
know.
crit table.
that crit table, baby.
They all hit? Yeah.
Those all hits, yeah.
Damn.
8, 4, and then 9 plus
And
2.
roll me a 1d100. Where's my crit table? Scroll.
53.
There it is. 53. Calamitous Fall.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere.
DC 13 dex save or prone. Extra damage die.
Take that. Roll an
Oh,
additional-
also it's stunned, so I get advantage on those other 2 that weren't crits to see if they're
Yep,
crits.
go for it.
That's true.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's another 2 of those. Nope.
Yeah.
What it
Oh,
is.
and one of those is
And then
supposed to
you're
run
gonna-
on to dispatch.
So then you're gonna jump off.
Immediately. I get 1 more damage die as well. Did you say?
Yes.
Yeah.
I said 4. I think. Another 8.
Ooh.
So 16,
Hell
yeah.
29,
Oh, God.
31.
Fuck, this poor tentacle is taking way more damage than I expected. Okay. Anyone else doing anything this round? Randall is now.
Yep. Well, I'll
Got the
jump
fuck
off it.
off.
I'd like
Yeah,
to,
I'll-
to summon a new tiny eldritch cannon with a spell slot and then give it a shooting.
You want to give it a shooting? Sure.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Just make sure I take the spell slot on.
Ooh.
That's a big hit. That's a big
Nice.
damage. That's with a 1 in that as well. Alright. Now, this tentacle immediately recedes into the depths below.
Oh.
Good.
You've made this passage safe for a time.
Ooh.
Well, let's use that safety.
Yep. Time to go.
What, going down on the other bridge instead?
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I thought about going up.
Well, that one will.
Maybe we just throw these doors open and see what's in there, and then we can decide in case this is just like a storage room or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Because we already looked at the doors and they're safe, right? Or no?
No, we haven't done a door check
No,
yet.
I don't think we've done any door. We haven't even begun
I'll
the
skip
door
it for you.
checklist.
It's a safe door. It's not gonna trap you.
Okay. We throw open the door really quick.
The DM tries to
Throw
get
open
us
the door really quick. Okay.
to become
As
the
you
doors.
do so, the sounding of the drums is almost deafening. You are certain that it is coming to the room from the room directly to your north here. It sounds like something is being cast, possibly some kind of spell. You can hear some murmurings.
Murmurings.
You can hear some murmurings.
I love murmuring on toast.
You wore the DM down. You win. I was like, we're not gonna have a full-on Kraken combat at this place. It's not a fight that I want to take, but we're gonna do enough damage. I make you regret that. And you are certain that it is all coming from the room directly to your north here. You can just about make out huge shells that have been fashioned into houses, some kind of structure that people have been occupying. You can see some lights that are casting from orifices in the windows and doors in the rooms. And to your right, as you open the door, you see some art. You see some art on the wall that depicts some aquatic elves, and you see this giant tentacled monster, and you see a horn in the mouth of one of the elves, kind of being blown in the direction of the Kraken.
Okay, yeah, that horn's bad news.
And we'll leave our session there.
Yeah, I was afraid you were gonna say that. Welp.
That's fair.
Boom, 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 boom. We'll have to see what happens next week.
No, next week.
No, next week. Big old drum chanting going on here. We got a tentacle thwapping around in the other room. We got some art revealing some mysteries. And we have our session coming to a close. Thank you very much to my wonderful players for coming and playing. Thank you very much to our wonderful chat for coming and chatting.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Tomorrow, we'll be playing. Me and Tom will be playing on Evan's stream. We'll be playing Humblewood again. So Evan's raising money for Sea Shepherds. I was going to call them Shepherd Seas, and I was like, that's definitely not correct. Sea Shepherds is the one. And that'll be at 8:30 tomorrow.
Over on Evan's channel, Maori_nerd.
Yep. So
What's
Alan.
Sea Shepherds? Sorry.
Oh, it's a charity to make the seas better. What's the thing?
It's a charity for shepherding the sea.
To protect
Okay,
and
that's fair. I'll
conserve.
go look it up.
Yeah, protect and conserve the world's oceans and marine wildlife. Is there? Himbo wood.
Himbo wood.
Oh damn. Yeah, not this week, but maybe another week we'll do Himbo wood.
That's gonna be a Patreon exclusive.
So
Yeah.
if you want to join us there, we'll be playing D&D on Evan's channel tomorrow. But we should be back next week here, right? I think
For
everyone.
our HBA stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. Humblewood after hours.
Keep your eyes and ears peeled for Goblin Energy merchandise coming out soon. And if you're also not aware, Jenny is making the big old move from Patreon to Ko-fi instead, because Patreon was sucking the big monies away from Jenny in fees, and Ko-fi doesn't do that as much. So if you wanted to support this little goblin living her goblin life, that's how you can do so, without paying too much money to the man, you know? Go straight to the goblin.
Man.
Win-win.
Straight to the goblin.
Yes.
Less for the man,
you.
more for the goblins.
Alright.
Also, do so over there, the links to the chat, and say hello to us in the Discord because we're there a lot.
You're so good at that, Tom. So good at that. Good job.
I do it because fuck it.
I appreciate it. Alright. Thanks for everyone chilling. I'll see you next week or tomorrow or whenever I stream next or whatever. Bye.
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 Bye.